You want me to call this dude?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. When I say I promise you, I'm gonna knock out the Gypsy King as well.
DiBiase Productions.
How am I gonna let this little skinny spaghetti hit my face?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Numbers don't lie, and I'm that guy. And I'm the dog of this.
When I stepped on the scene, I said I wanted this though. I said I wanted that though.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know, so I'm still on the mission.
I'm gonna chase his ass all the way up there.
I told him it's an easy fight to make.
Some of them like it, some of them don't. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another very interesting edition of the Boxing Voice. Holy smokes. The drama went down. Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner, media press conference call. I think Mike walked the plank, man. After that show, he got all in his feelings, and he was like, yo, if you want me to quit, I'll quit. And we haven't heard from Mike since. Hopefully he comes back and, he doesn't think he caused TBV too much damage. Hashtag hot sauce. We popping right now. Hashtag hot sauce, hashtag TBV podcast, wherever hashtags are used. It's going down. We got a jam-packed show. 7:15 in about 10 minutes. We will be having none other than Dimitri Salita, the longtime promoter of Big Baby Miller, just to confirm his recent headlines. He's saying that, there's no roadblocks for fights with Anthony Joshua and Big Baby Miller and Deontay Wilder and Big Baby Miller and even Tyson Fury and Big Baby Miller. So we'll get into all the details at 7:15. And then right away at 7:30, we'll have another interview with Rau'shee Warren going up for the WBC title in the Bantamweight division. And after we're done with him, we're also going to have Barry Hunter, the trainer of Rau'shee Warren. So we have a jam-packed show. On top of those three guests lined up in the first hour, we will be talking, obviously, Big Baby and his abilities. We'll be talking Devin Haney on Friday night Showbox, whereas he takes on the undefeated Ndongeni. And then we'll be talking Crawford Khan, the fight that everyone signed up to ESPN Plus for and now has to pay pay-per-view. And none other than Caleb Plant will be making his first world title challenge versus Jose Uzcategui, and that will be taking place in LA for the IBF super middleweight championship. So that's going to be January 13th on a Sunday. Once the Ron gets on, he'll tell you the exact time. I don't know those things. But let's get this thing started. We got a jam-packed show, jam-packed panel full of hosts rotating from around the globe, going out to the Bay Area.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Marquez Hunter era. I've been through all the eras, and I still been telling you.
You do too much talk. The thing is that people want their subjective preferences to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Shaolin shadowboxing and the Wu-Tang sword style.
Yo, what's going on, everyone, man? We got some saucy news, some hot saucy news. You know what I mean? Got the whole squad up here. Yes, excited to see Devin Haney after we just did our interview with them a couple of days ago. Go head over there on the Boxing Voice if you haven't heard that and see the youngest promoter fight Friday on Showtime. Also, we had Caleb Plant. If you haven't heard that one as well, go back, peep that out because he gets a title shot in FS1. Jose Uzcategui, some people call him Wi-Fi password. And also, we might be dropping potential dates and rumors of Terence Crawford and Amir Khan. Officially happened without the press conference dates, but we have a couple locations, a couple things to talk about, and some weird news like Jeff Horn wanting Canelo Alvarez and Golovkin. Liam Smith has crossed to the other side of the street and he signed with Eddie Hearn. So many things, but we're going to pass it on to the other squad members on the team.
It's me, Mario.
What up? Yeah, I'm very excited to talk boxing, chop it up today. it's weird. This is a very underrated boxing weekend to me. Devin Haney, probably one of, if not the best prospects in the game right now. And to me, when Fox rolled out, PBC Fox rolled out all the fights, man, Ron said it perfect. I always said Uzcategui. That's when I
Uzcategui, yeah.
Uzcategui. Yeah, I covered him the first time against the Chef. That was the first time I covered that fight, and obviously the Chef was supposed to win, and Uzcategui came out and I mean like a thunderbolt. But yeah, this fight with Plant was the fight that caught my attention the most. Obviously, there were sexier names on the list. Thurman, I think Broner was on the list at that time. There was other names on the list, but this to me is the best fight that they announced. No other fight to me is more competitive. No other fight to me has the potential to mark more fireworks. So very excited to talk about this fight weekend. It's kind of like the hardcore weekend before the next weekend's casual weekend. So let's get it.
All right. Just want to remind everyone, we also had an interview with the opponent of Devin Haney, as well as Caleb Plant, and numerous fighters from this upcoming week or fights coming up. Let's get on out to Indiana.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
Bring that back.
I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. Tudor stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in. BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. What's up? Back for the flagship Thursday edition. Man, we got a lot of topics on. We got Plant and Uzcategui on Sunday. We got Devin Haney on Friday. And also, we have the return of the pound for pound king next week. But real quick, Bo Mack has some very interesting words. He thinks that Keith one-time Thurman is the most challenging at 147. I might have to agree with him, might not, depends. And also Liam Smith crosses the street, and the WBC brings out a new weight program to where they are monitoring your weight 30 days out, 15 days out, and the week of the fight. So looks great, man. I'm glad they put that in for boxing, man. Boxing is a dangerous sport, and everybody should be in the right weight class.
Call you Mr. Hot Sauce Face, man.
Bitch, I got that hot sauce.
I'm sorry. What is that? What are we talking about?
Oh, now you want to act like you don't know, Mr. Yo, if you want me to quit, I'll quit.
You need a hot sauce bottle on that hat. Oh, look, he's gone already. He already left. He said, oh, here it goes. Gotta go. Bye, y'all.
Right, listen, let's get into it. We got about 3 minutes before we get the promoter of Big Baby Miller to talk all about
wrong button.
That. Yeah, sure.
Let me defend myself real quick.
R&V starting off early with the super chat. Love one time.
No. I was like, hey, because the way you were acting, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how you were feeling at the time. I'm just like, hey, this is main brand. And hey, if I need to step back, homie, I'll step back. But don't make it seem like I was like, hey, man, if you want me to get up out of here, I will. Nah, nigga, it wasn't none of that shit now. Go ahead, though. Sorry for cutting you off like I was doing.
That's exactly what it was, but whatever. You want to pay the Yeah, I'm like, yo, he like, yo, where's for if you want me to quit? I'm like, what? I'm over here doing other shit, but we still in the green room. He like, yo, I'm like, what? Your mom let that? Nah, man, if you want me to quit, I know it's your brand. You've been working hard. I'm like, man, shut that soft shit up, man. Be quiet, man. He was nervous, bro. It's all good, though. We out there. We got the hashtag started. Hopefully, when the ball gets around the mic, maybe he'll take the opportunity to tell you guys, fill you in for all you non-loyal listeners who weren't here at 1:30 for the Manny Pacquiao conference call. This guy's saying that. Oh, yeah, I texted him around. He was like, yo, I just called you. It's a fax number. I'm like, nah, B. You dialed the wrong number because I texted wrong.
But while he's doing that, man, let's start with the first fight on Friday. Well, never mind. Dimitri's is going to be coming on any second now. So
any second now. So really quick, I just want to say, if you want to ask Dimitri Salita a question, you should head on over to ThaBoxingVoice.com and click on the support Patreon button, or go straight to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Click on that, ask Dimitri Salita a question. Don't leave that question in your head and be like, oh, you didn't ask, well, you didn't ask this, well, you didn't. Yo, come up in here, show some support, drop your question, and, we'll ask Salita. But here he is on the line, Dimitri Salita from New York, the promoter of Big Baby Miller and Clarissa Shields. What you got cooking for us, Dimitri? Good evening and Happy New Year. How are you?
Happy New Year to you as well. Thanks for having me on. It's my first time being in a live chat on the Boxing Voice, so it's great to be on with you.
So obviously you've made huge headlines with the most recent statement about a day ago, good 24 hours ago. You said that there are no roadblocks for Big Baby Miller for fights between he and Tyson Fury, he and AJ, and he and Deontay Wilder. Can you just elaborate a little bit on that for us?
Well, Jarrell's desire has been to fight the best fighters in the world and to make history and to show that he's the real champion and the best heavyweight in the world and the best heavyweight in the United States, from Brooklyn, New York. So all those guys are big names in the heavyweight division and all great fighters and great champions. And, he's been very vocal about calling everybody out. And as he has shown, he walks the walk and talks the talk. So all those fights could be great possibilities for him.
Now, when you say there's no roadblocks, is Big Baby contractually signed to a network at this time?
We have a great relationship with Matchroom, and Jarrell has been able to fight on all the big platforms, Showtime, HBO, and now the Zone, and we explore all possibilities at all times. There's been a lot of rumors with him fighting AJ. Many of those rumors, coming by the fact that AJ came here to the United States and was here at the Garden and talked about fighting at the Garden. Obviously that's something that we've been talking about for a long time. So there's obviously that big fight possibility. It's something that Jarrell has been very vocal about. We'll see what happens with that. It'll happen at the right time. I feel that, Jarrell definitely wants that opportunity, but I think, Joshua is the ball is in his court, as I said prior. So
now, Mr. Salita,
did you feel? Oh, go ahead, Ness.
Everybody wants some of him.
I mean, because he's very, very good at what he do. He's a very good promoter.
Yeah.
He didn't answer my question though.
He's moonwalking over here. Listen, Jarrell Miller has expressed frustrations. He's expressed frustrations not being able to get the type of fights that he wants. Yes, he's active, but Bogdan Dinu, Thomas Adamick, those are not the fights that he wants. He wants a Brit. As his promoter, are you going to get him an English muffin? That's what he's calling for. He doesn't care if it's Joshua or Fury. He's even saying he'll do David Allen. He'll do David Price. He'll do Dillian White. So what's going on?
All those fights are great possibilities. It's, the important thing I feel, and then you can, I think, understand me, that while you search for those opportunities, a lot of times you can sit around and just wait, and people forget about you. But Jarrell has been, fighting the best guys available, and he was supposed to fight the winner of Charlo Kendo, but Char failed the drug test, so that fight got pulled off. So he fought Bogdan Dino because that fell through, but we still wanted to keep him busy. He wanted to stay busy, and he fought an undefeated young contender who has had a great amateur career, had a very good professional career, and he did what he had to do. The problems happen when young contenders and champions fight guys that they're supposed to look great against and they struggle. But Jarrell has been able to be explosive and even get better in each fight and show a different side of his abilities in each one of those fights. So I feel that as a fighter, he's progressing. He's fighting like a 6-round fighter, coming up, being so active. And that's very, very good for him. And very good for the heavyweight division. So, those big fights, we're working on, we're keeping his name out there. And I feel that it is inevitable that one of those fights is going to happen.
Hey, Dimitri, Mario Mungia here. So listen, I want to take it back a little bit. Obviously, you're laying some new information on us, but I just want a little clarity because, you know, I grew up in the era of the HBO Showtime where they would put on cards, and then the person that fought on that network in the same weight class, they end up fighting each other. When I first signed up to DAZN and I saw Joshua's name being highlighted on there and Big Baby's name being highlighted on there, I thought we were going to see them fight on DAZN or something. I thought that seemed like to be like an avenue that we'd be going down. When y'all had those talks with DAZN, were there any sort of implications, or did you get that kind of feeling at all that Joshua fight was imminent?
I mean, that is the plan. I mean, you know, we've worked very closely with Eddie and with Matchroom, and that is a fight that we like to get. But you know, a lot of times, you know, unified champions like Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, you know, there's lots of things that go into their decision, and we can't always control it. The only thing that we can do is we can stay busy. We can align ourselves for the moment with the best possible avenues to be able to get those fights. Stay active, stay busy, stay in the news, stay relevant, and that's what Jarrell has been doing. And I feel that, you know, in this environment, in the heavyweight division, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, I feel, are glued together for the next fight, and it's going to be a very interesting rematch. And I feel that the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing is Jarrell Miller versus Anthony Joshua. You know, whether it's going to happen next, I don't know, but you know, we're staying active, we're staying busy. Jarrell, you know, just went over to England a couple of weeks ago. He's doing what he got to do, and it'll happen at the right time.
As a promoter, Dimitri, are you going to hold out Big Baby's free agency as leverage? I mean, right now, you have to know how valuable he is with an undefeated record. The heavyweight division is booming. Networks are paying big money. His DAZN deal is expired. So, you know, give us some answers here. 2-fight deal is done. Are you only resigning? Are you only resigning if you get that AJ fight in writing? Because Daniel Jacobs isn't signing to DAZN. He's waiting to make sure he gets that Canelo fight in writing. Or are you going to use that as leverage? Because you got Deontay Wilder on the other side. You got Tyson Fury over there on Frank Warren's side. Like, there's places to take Big Baby.
It's you know, it's a great time to be a heavyweight. It's a great time to be Jarrell Miller, and you know, not only being a great fighter but having such a great personality, and really being from Brooklyn, New York, adds a lot of value to the story. That's just the truth. So you know, I feel that, you know, we as a team have done a great job of keeping them busy and keeping them climbing up the ranks, and you know, we're keeping our options open and just doing the best to promote and progress Jarrell, you know, to the elite status. And with each fight, with each promotion, you know, his name is going to get out there more and more, bigger and bigger. And, you know, to the point where the fans are going to demand the big fights. And I feel like there's a great energy for you know, from the boxing community for Jarrell to fight somebody like an Anthony Joshua. Again, I don't know if it's going to be Anthony Joshua's next fight, but I feel that that momentum is building and building and building. And again, Jarrell just has to keep doing what he's doing, be sensational, get out there to the press, and let people know about him. I feel like, you know, he has a lot. His brand can grow a lot more bigger and better. But you know, for that to happen, it obviously takes activity. It takes significant fights. And I believe that 2019 is going to be a great year for the heavyweight division and for Jarrell.
Can you give us your top 3 wish list fights for Jarrell? Because you're being very slippery. We need some concrete names here.
I'm just telling you, Nesta, you put everybody to the wall, man. I think the top 3 fights are Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. You know, with Jarrell's personality and Tyson Fury's personality and the way they talk and the way they get into the heads of their opponents. I mean, I feel like that fight would be just an incredible promotion, just because they would clash and it would just be a huge, huge, huge fight. that would get just a tremendous amount of exposure. And obviously Deontay Wilder, all those 3 fights. I feel the top 4 heavyweights in the world today are Anthony Joshua, Jarrell Miller, Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury. Not in that order, but all, you know, I feel Jarrell is the best, but those are the top 4 heavyweights. And all those possibilities with each one of them fighting one another is very, very interesting. Do you agree with that?
I totally agree, man. I want Big Baby to get a shot. I don't think any other heavyweight, maybe Dillian White, the case would be made that you know, no other heavyweight other than.
I gotta tell you, Dillian White, you know, did a great job, great fighter. But Anthony Joshua already beat him, so I feel like, you know, the mystique and the mystery of that big fight kind of gone. It's kind of a foregone conclusion that Anthony most likely is going to win. It's probably a big fight in the UK, you know, because of the fact that they fight over there and Dillian has been progressing. But I don't know how big of a fight it is for fans around the world. So I feel that at the current moment, you know, Anthony Joshua's first opponents are Dillian White and Jarrell Miller. But, you know, with that being said, Jarrell is going to continue to stay busy, stay active, build up his name, and I know that those big fights are going to roll around in the very near future.
Hey, Dimitri, this is Ron Goodall. You know, just there was some. I guess I want your opinion. You know, there was these rumors and talks about a likelihood of a Dillian White and Vladimir Klitschko return. Granted, at that point, if this does become some reality, does Vladimir become a fighter that interests you guys? And also King Kong Ortiz. We mentioned all the other names. How about King Kong Ortiz? What's your stance on these guys?
Well, I think Vladimir Klitschko is a heavyweight legend, and Jarrell has been to training camp with him many times, you know, back when he was a young kid. So that would be tremendous. But I don't think that Vladimir is coming back. I did hear a little bit of rumors, but then those rumors were debunked. But, you know, who knows? Obviously, Vladimir would add a very interesting mix to the heavyweight division and to the top names. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. Who was the other guy you said? Oh, Ortiz. Well, Ortiz, you know, Ortiz is a good fighter, but I feel like, you know, he doesn't speak English and he hasn't gotten the exposure. And I don't say it as I'm just saying just in terms of fan exposure, he hasn't gotten the exposure, you know, of a big fighter. So he is. I mean, he just a level below those guys in terms of, you know, name recognition and obviously, you know, Deontay Wilder beat him. So he's just a great possibility down the line. But he's not the elite. He's great, but he's just, you know, he's B+.
So, Dimitri, I just want to make sure I'm clear because, as Mike and Ness said, you were very good at your job, and you're finding ways to give us information without giving us too much information. But plain and simple, there are no plans right now. Y'all are currently not in negotiations with AJ, Wilder, or Fury, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And what would you feel the percentage would be that any one of those fights are landed in 2019? More than 50% or less than 50%?
Yeah, I think around 50% plus. I mean, you know, things change every day in the boxing world, and so, you know, it's very difficult to predict how things are going to happen in terms of athletic achievements of these fighters and the business, you know, and the lay of the land from the business point of view. I feel like in today's day and age, the boxing world is going through a big change, a monumental change, you know, with HBO getting out and all these new platforms making a big play in the sport. So, you know, I don't think it's, you know, it's very fresh. The business is very fresh in terms of just the business interactions. So we got to see how it plays out. You know, the first 2 quarters of this year, it'd be very interesting to see. You know, I'm a fan of boxing. I love boxing. I've been around boxing since some you know, young boy. So it's just very interesting to see how all that plays out. I think that all of these platforms need viewership. They need great fights, and you know, Jarrell with his skills and his personality adds a great flavor to all of these fights. So I feel that it's a great possibility that the big fights, the huge fights, happen from this year.
Let's say you're not able to get those top 3 names, and Eddie Hearn makes a Dillian White offer for you over in the UK on pay-per-view. Would that be a fight that you're consider taking because of Dillian White being highly ranked in the WBC and the WBO?
Well, Jarrell is the mandatory in the WBA, so we're just waiting for that situation to play out. Jarrell has expressed some interest in fighting Dillian White. We just got to see and balance it out with everything else that's on the table, and and see what it is. There may be a point where Jarrell doesn't need to go. Dillian White is a big fight. It's not a huge fight, so I don't know if he needs to go somewhere else to get that fight. I don't know. So each situation is different, and we obviously got to see. There's the athlete side of it and the business side of it, and so we got to see what makes the most sense for him. And it's definitely a great fight and a big fight possibility for later on this year.
All right, Dimitri, 3 more, and these come from the people from our Ask Dimitri Salita question on Patreon. It's Joseph Rodriguez out of Texas says, can we hear a good Eric Kelly story?
Eric Kelly story. Well, Eric Kelly is from Bed-Stuy Boxing Club, 5-time Golden Glove champion, I think. When I was a kid in the amateur boxing, Eric Kelly was the king of New York City. He was on Sports Extra, which is a program on Fox 5. They followed him through the Golden Gloves, and he was really a big star. So I don't know any Eric Kelly stories off the top of my head, but he's a great boxing personality and a great guy from New York City. That's been a big part of the New York City boxing community.
All right, we got Eric Cruz in Texas. As a boxing promoter, what would you like boxers to understand that they have a hard time understanding?
Well, I feel that it's very important for a boxer to have a good amateur career, to win the nationals, to compete internationally. I feel that's like a college education. A boxer's college education is the amateur career, and it's a very, very important part of the growing process. So sometimes, fighters want to go after the money, but really, it's a much easier, smoother path to glory if you have the education, you have the experience of being able to compete at the highest amateur level and be successful. So I feel that it's very important to put that in, before one decides to turn pro. So that's one very important tidbit that I would, that I feel is an important rule. There are exceptions to the rule. There are some great fighters that didn't have great amateur careers. Obviously, it happens, but as a general rule, that's a very important factor.
All right, Andre Diacono in New Jersey. What is the role of Greg Cohen Promotions in regards to Big Baby at this point?
Greg Cohen Promotions is my partner, so he's a partner in Jarrell Miller, and we communicate on decisions and the right way to guide his career. So Greg Cohen Promotions, he's the co-promoter in Jarrell Miller, and Big Baby Promotions is also Jarrell has his own company called Big Baby Promotions, so that is also part of the decision-making process, in the fights that take place for Jarrell and all the decision-making stuff regarding where his career is headed.
Last one from the UK. Elm says, is it true that Fredzo Kendo did not accept the fight because Miller did not want to enroll in drug testing?
First time I heard of something like that. That I don't know.
What was the reason the Freds fell out? Because I definitely did an interview with Big Baby where he says that the Freds was offered $500,000 and didn't take it, right?
Yeah, it was a really just complicated situation because of just the timing of everything, the way everything fell out. The way I'm sorry, the way I'm sorry, guys. I'm live and I'm home and my kids.
Nah, it's no problem. Listen, you told me that you
knocking the door.
Nah, look at you told me 7:30 was the limit. So if you got to go, we'll pick it up another day. It's always a pleasure, though, Salita.
I love this was great, and I'd love to come back on and let people know what it is, baby.
No problem.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Salita.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We'll schedule him with more time. We are a bit pressed for it. We got Rau'shee Warren calling in any minute now, so we're going to be getting to that. I mean, I don't know. What did you guys think we got? Did we get enough?
We ain't get nothing, man. He playing everything close to the
Listen,
vest.
sometimes what isn't said is what's most said. And right now, his game plan is to, I don't want to say play nice. I feel like that's kind of demeaning, but I think that's what it is. I don't think he wants to come out and start bashing promoters or, people or fighters. Right now, his the big baby train, it can go in any direction. It ain't stuck to one track. And so for him to come on and kind of give us a little bit more generalities than we would like is just him saying, look, we can go anywhere we want. Every fight is open to us. And the moment that one of these guys is put into a position where they have to fight somebody, we want to be that somebody. So I mean, that says a lot.
On top of that, like we threw a bunch of names. He thinks King Kong Ortiz is a B+ fighter. So obviously the interest is in there. Dillian White, AJ already beat it. We want to go to the next thing. There's this Vladimir Klitschko rumor going out. He had his opinions on that. So we can kind of get this maybe feeling that the AJ Jarrell Miller thing could be something like you said, because he's not speaking much about it. If you got something good, why speak and give all the juices out? You just
but he did speak though, right? Like, I mean, maybe you guys are way smarter than me, and you guys have been in boxing longer than I have. But when the guy says we haven't been in talks, well, we haven't received that offer from Wilder, Fury, or AJ, I gotta take him at his word, right? So there is no negotiation going on with anybody outside.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't plans. I mean, there's a difference between sitting down at the negotiation table and laying out a plan at the hotel coffee, at the hotel bar. So you're absolutely right. He came flat out and said that they're not in negotiations, and I agree. I think he's telling the truth. I don't think his next fight is going to be one of those three. I think that Fury Wilder are going to fight. I'm more confident today than I was yesterday. I think Joshua is going to probably end up going with White. And that's going to leave Big Baby out. It's going to leave Ortiz out. And they're certainly not going to fight each other. And I don't blame him for not fighting Ortiz. Mm-hmm. If you have the chance to land such a big fight,
especially when you're the WBA mandatory, why even risk it? Like, why even fucking?
Because for him to call him a B, what did he say? A B+ fighter? For him to call him a B+ fighter, I don't think is necessarily like inaccurate, because if you're going to talk about what is an A fighter, well, an A fighter is Joshua Wilder. Okay, fine. Ortiz might be a B+ fighter, but when you're talking in terms of monetary return, well, he's certainly at least, maybe a B+ fighter, maybe even far less than that. So, if you're looking to land that A fighter, you don't want to settle for that B fighter in the meantime. And just like Mike said, why risk it?
All right, guys, looks like we have our A fighter on the line, or it could be a list trainer. One of the two. We will be having Rau'shee Warren or Barry Hunter, his trainer, on the line with us. Let's go out and see who we have first from DC. So who's with us, Andre? Uh-oh. He is not there.
Yeah, that elevator music.
I know, right? That elevator music be killing.
But real quick to piggyback on what you were saying about the Ortiz thing, same thing Dillian White brought up, being the fact that Ortiz doesn't speak English, and he's going to be hard pay-per-view to sell over in England. It's funny Ness didn't have that same energy when Salita brought it up.
Because we pressed for time, right? We got another.
Okay, all right, you're right.
Honestly, that's the only reason. I mean, you see me, I was like,
damn, I forgot all about that. Yeah, I did. I saw you, and I forgot that was your. Not that I forgot it was your stance, but I forgot we had argued that. I saw you too. You got really antsy. I was like, oh, you about to jump in here.
I even said something. It's gonna be on air. I was like, but what? And then I was like, you know what? Twitter.
Yes, I heard you.
You did pretty good, Mike, though, on that. I give you props on that.
For
I'm
what?
with the tap dancing.
What'd he do? What'd he do?
You know what? He wasn't very cut-offish on everyone.
I
Minus
couldn't.
one time.
I couldn't
One
today, man.
time.
Hey, I'm coming into my
Just
own
one.
now. I feel it. I feel the hot sauce.
So listen, who could pronounce Rau'shee Warren's fighter's name? Should I get Jeffrey on the job?
Bring Jeffrey in.
Bring Jeffrey in, bro. Because I cannot.
Let's see. I think it's Nordine Oubaali. Yeah, that's simple. Right? Oubaali. Let's see.
Nordine Oubaali.
Oh, Abu Ali.
Abu Ali.
Andre, is this you? Chant. Is it not?
What's going on?
Oh, it is. Oh, Rau'shee Warren, how are you, brother? First and foremost, I want to thank you for taking out the time to give us this opportunity to interview you. We didn't know if it was going to be you or your trainer first, but we were educating our audience on your opponent that you will be fighting in the bantamweight division. He's 14-0 with 11 KOs. The fight takes place in Las Vegas for the WBC World Title. And this will be your third title shot at this point, right? First and foremost, thank you for coming on. Happy New Year. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Feeling real great. Ready for this fight to start now. It's been a long camp for me. And I just can't wait till January 19th now. It's the countdown.
This is your third title shot, right? Just to be clear. Because you had the one with Pacquiao, the initial one, then you had the rematch, then this, right?
Yeah, this is the third one.
All right. 3-time Olympian, 3-time champion.
Hey,
the only 3-time Olympian. Get that right. The only 3-time Olympian.
Sure.
So this is Ron Goodall over here. So I want to just figure out, there's a little history against your opponent. You guys had a very close fight in the Olympics, and I wanted to see, is there a little personal feeling towards this fight? Since it's the championship fight, you get to try to avenge that Olympic fight. Like, can you just walk us through how important this fight is? Is it the championship more important, or avenging that loss in the Olympics?
Winning this belt is more important. I never really take nothing personal towards a fighter, but when we did fight in the Olympics, it was the 18-19. He had won by 1 point. And I felt like I could have did a little bit more that I was doing in a fight when I first fought him in the Olympics. Like I was up the first or second round going into the third round. That's when he came back. But in the second round, my contacts had came out from my hair gear pushing down on my eyes. So both of my contacts came out. So it was like, Dad, I got to switch up my game plan. I got to go into, just trying to knock him out or just try to catch him coming in because it was blurry, around the ring. I had to let it get close, but it wasn't no excuses because I didn't really tell the people what happened when I got out the ring on the situation with my contact. But it's always been the dream of fighting somebody who I had lost to in the Olympics from the 2004 up to 2012 Olympics. Meeting them in the pros, I was always hoping I was gonna meet one of them. I'm meeting him. It's a great opportunity. I'm ready to show him what type of person I really am, what ability I got, what I done grown from the Olympics up to the professionals now, and it's gonna be a wonderful fight. I just hope he come prepared, like you said, because I feel like he ain't never fought nobody that's got the capital. I mean, that he ain't fight nobody like me, or he ain't fight nobody as good as me. This is my third time fighting for a world title. I done went 12 rounds. I got rounds under my resume. So it's gonna either be, might be a brawl, it's gonna be a bang, it's gonna be, a good boxing fight. So, I'm willing to put my all on the line like I've been doing when I be fighting against other opponents, and I'm ready to, to bring that WBC back.
Adrian Broner has a big fight coming up. Adrian Broner has a big fight coming up with Manny Pacquiao. What's the biggest and best kind of advice that he's given you that has stuck with you over the years?
He didn't really give me no advice, to be honest. I mean, I've been in this game, way before Adrian. I mean, he been around. was trained by the same fighters coming around and coming up, but I was the one kind of leading the way. So, I mean, as far as him showing me things, I just used to just watch him train and how he trained. But he a different fighter than me, and in my weight class, we throw way more punches than what they do at their weight class. So I was just learning how to stay patient and how to, take my time in the ring by watching. Ain't nobody really teaching me nothing but my coaches.
Hey, Rau'shee, Amir Mungia here. Listen, I've been a huge fan of yours coming out the amateurs. I love that fight with Pacquiao. That was one of my favorite fights of that year. I'm a big fan of the lighter weight classes, so that's where that comes from. I'm a small guy myself, so I'm wondering, because we've seen you box, we've seen you scrap, we've seen you do a mixture of different things. Coming into this fight, are you looking for a specific Rau'shee Warren to come out? Are you looking to be aggressive? Do you think it's going to be a mixture of things, or are you going to go out there and try to box him? What's the game plan heading in?
If you know me, like you said, as a fighter, then you know that that coming up through the amateurs, and even when I fight Pacquiao, that you ain't really see me using a jab at all. Like, I just go in there and throw punches a bunch.
That's one of the reasons why I love that fight, to be honest with you. It was fun,
So it was just like, it wasn't no setup off the jab. So coming in this fight, I done, added a jab to my arsenal, and my jab is incredible. So if he get past my jab, then it's plan B. But I got a nice jab, and I'm gonna be setting up for the whole fight. That's gonna keep him in range. That's gonna keep him gonna keep him where he need to be at. Cause I've been watching a little bit. He do a lot of pacing and chilling, but he like to jump in here and there sometimes. So that's what I got the counter for with the left hand, but also the jab to stop him from jumping in. So when the knockout comes, I'm taking advantage of it, put my foot on the gas, and be taking it right from there. But going in, got to have the game plan, staying focused, and put my experience and my will on the line.
Now, Rau'shee, I know coming up, because you and Broner are so close, you always get those Broner questions. This is not that, so walk with me. Obviously, you've always trained with him, and he decided to go to Cunningham. You decided to stay with Barry in D.C. So I'm asking more about the mindset behind Rau'shee Warren deciding to stay there instead of doing the normal and training alongside his friends, and what some would think is more motivational. You doing the miles with Montana and Adrian, it's going to somehow motivate you more. So what was the mindset in staying away from everyone and just you and Barry focusing in?
I'm actually around Lamont Peterson too. Lamont Peterson and Anthony Peterson, and they motivate me as well. And being around Barry, I've been around Barry for a while now. I've been knowing him since I was 10 years old, but when I fought in the silver gloves, and when I just used to see him, and with his team of fighters, I used to just like, man, he got some great fighters. I like how they look, how they move, and how they fight. And every tournament, we used to always meet up, like at National Golden Gloves or National PAL. I'll be leaving my team to go, hang out with them and be sleeping in their room. And one day I always had a dream at the time when Coach Mike was my coach. I used to be like, Dad, man, him and Coach Barry going, I can't, whenever I go pro, that's who I want to be in my corner, Coach Barry and Mike Stanford. And through the dual matches, when I was coming up in the amateurs on the Olympic team, Coach Barry used to be coaching some of my corners plenty of times. So it wasn't really nothing new about me staying with him when it was time for the professionals, and I wanted to move up to another level in my career, because he I don't know, it's something about Coach Barry that he bring the potential out of a fighter. He bring everything out of you, and he bring you back to earth when you feeling yourself. So it's like I felt like he was gonna help my career take a big step, by pushing me, by telling me who I am, reminding me what I did in the amateurs, telling me what's in front of me, telling me what I got to do to win this championship, to win this fight. And like I said, we got Lamont Peterson too. He also dropped the jewels on me too, let me know what's going on, because I've been knowing Lamont for a long time too. Seeing like he was one of the ones I used to be seeing in the silver gloves, seeing in the on in the national tournaments, and we always was talking, laughing, and giggling. And now that I'm a part of this team, it's always been like family.
Hey, this is Ron Goodall again. You know, the 118 division is actually getting a lot more attention than I've seen in recent times. You're in there. We got the World Boxing Super Series going on. My question overall is, who do you think is going to win that tournament? And are you eyeing the winner of that tournament? And also, did you see Takuma Inoue, the guy who won the interim? Like, can you just give me like your overall game plan? Who you think is the best? Who you think is going to win? Who do you want to help solidify you as the best bantamweight fighter?
To be honest, I ain't even really care for what was going on over there at that tournament, you know, because I was worrying about what I can do to make myself get out there or become a world champion. And now that I'm fighting for the WBC, it's like I'm like the only American that's at that weight class that's doing what I'm doing right now. Because normally it's always the Japanese or, you know, the other people out the country that got these titles. So now that I'm about to be one of the first Americans in a while, that fought for WBC, I feel like it's gonna bring a lot of noise to our weight class by me being an American fighter that grabbed that title. You know, they ain't gonna just keep they ain't gonna just be mentioning the heavyweights, the welterweights, and all these other weight classes. They're gonna start talking about the bantamweights too, and that American boxer that we got down there, Rau'shee Warren. He done made a lot of noise. Not only he made a lot of noise, that he the only Olympian that went to the Olympics 3 times. He done fought for a world title 3 times, and now he is a world title. So I feel like it's that time for them to start mentioning my name more than they usually do, instead of just around fight time. Because that's the only time I get mentioned or get brought up, when it's around fight time or when I got a fight coming up. I want to be, you know, sit down with the PBC other boxers as well too.
And I just want to follow up on this because, you know, pound for pound is very subjective. You know, people put Lomachenko at the top, they put Terence Crawford at the top. They've also put Inoue in there. With this, you know, win getting the WBC title, you know, many writers will put you as possibly pound for pound if you beat this guy. Does Inoue sound like a guy you really want to meet down? You know, that would be really exciting for the fans.
I mean, that'll be real exciting, you know. I mean, if it ever come that way, you know. But there's other fighters in line too that also got titles that I want, that I want to fight for, like Ndongeni, what's the name? Nordine Oubaali. I can't even say his name. He done got the title. And that's a big name that I done watched on TV. Then you know, felt like I'll be able to fight one day. Unify or something once I grab this title. But yeah, that the guy you talking about, you know, I don't even know his name, but I mean, if I sing, then I sing. Other than that, I don't really care. I don't really pay attention to other fighters for real, unless I feel like that's the next person we gonna be meeting up, or maybe down in the future there's something we talk about. Like, but other than that, I don't really be caring about that.
I got one question for him, but before you get to the Patreon. Being a bantamweight, you guys throw a hell of a lot of punches. What kind of workouts do you do to get ready for those kind of punching and get your stamina ready too?
I mean, prepare for them type of fights. You know, whatever my coach Barry he got, you know, in store for me, like, cause he know that down at my weight class that we do throw a lot of punches, and like when we preparing for fights like this, I'll be going like 12 rounds of sparring. As soon as I'm getting out of sparring, he got, you know, like 4 coaches waiting on me. No bells, no breaks. We got to go straight through the rounds. No water breaks, no nothing. Cause you know, these at our weight classes, punches and bunches, there's a whole lot of punches going on. It'd be fun too at the same time, and it'd be skillful fight. That's why I say we not getting enough credit down in our weight class, because we not just out there looking for one punch. We out there throwing punches and bunches and making the fight real exciting and looking real good for the fans that's watching. So like I say, Coach Barry, he be having a lot of different stuff set up for me to, you know, to get ready for it when it come to training. We're not just doing the same thing all the time. We always got something different.
Rau'shee, I just want to get to some questions from the people. These are our most loyal listeners. First one coming from Brandon. He says, no question, just giving a shout out to Nuke. Love from the 513. Get this dub for the city, bro. We got another one from...
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like somebody I know who I grew up with, Brandon Bennett. If that is his name. Tell him I said, what's up? He was also a fighter that came up with me and Adrian, too. If you look on Adrian's page right now, it was an old picture that Adrian got up when we was at the Silver Gloves. Adrian standing on the side with, like, I think 1 or 2 belts. I was standing in the middle with, like, I think, like, maybe 8 belts. And then Brandon Bennett was on the side that was next. He had his belts, too. So he was one of the ones that came up with us. Shout out to Brandon.
Next one is from Mad Bent. He says, how many weight classes are you trying to get titles in?
I was trying to get a title down at 115 because I did go down a weight class my last 2 fights. You know, the fight for I was trying to fight the IBF champion, but he over in top rank, so that was gonna be hard to do with the management I got. So I was trying to get that title. I mean, that would have been possible, and if I would have won that title, maybe I probably would have went down to 112 because I did come in and win 113 when I had fought the guy from Puerto Rico, one of the twins.
All right. You mean the Arroyos, right? I think it's Arroyos.
Yeah, Warriors. Yeah, I had fought him in Brooklyn. And I had came in at 113. We was fighting at 115.
Nice. From Washington, D.C., we got Jay Hardcore says, whose hands are faster, you or Khan?
I'll say me. I mean, I ain't gonna never say nobody faster than me, but I don't really necessarily try to be fast. I just feel like it's natural for me. But when I do put the speed on, it's like Flash, baby. Like Flash.
Elms in the UK says, who wins the World Boxing Super Series semifinals, Zolani Tete or Nonito Donaire?
I'm gonna go with
gotta be Donaire if you want to fight him. You gotta
that's why I say I'm gonna go with Donaire.
Yeah. And the last one from Texas, JD says, what fighter did a 10-year-old Rau'shee Warren look up to?
Ricardo Williams Jr.
Nice.
He was a silver medalist who won in 2000 Olympics. He was the one I looked up to and did everything everything he did, I was trying to do.
Well, Rau'shee, man, that's all our questions. We want to thank you, obviously, for your time. At this time, you can give out any social media you want to give out, any announcement you want to make, and we thank you once again for taking out the time to come on the Boxing Voice and talk a little boxing with us. We wish you the best on your fight, and we will be covering it and tuned in.
Man, I hope I see y'all in Vegas, man. Y'all can follow me at y'all can follow me on IG at Rau'shee Warren. And you can just go like my fan page on Facebook, Rau'shee Baby Pick Warren. But yeah, that's all I got. And like I said, I hope I get to see y'all in Vegas, man.
Definitely. Daniel Alvarez will be covering the fight for us, so you'll definitely see him, and he'll definitely get an interview with you. Once again, thank you for coming on. We'll be getting Rau'shee Warren's trainer here in about a bit, Barry Hunter. So yeah, man, bantamweight division is lit up, and he's exactly right. This is what I needed. You know, I'm one of those biased fans. Like, if I can't pronounce your name, I'm not even watching you fight. So, you know, Rau'shee Warren being down there now has me a little more excited to see what's going to happen with him and Zolani Tete. See if it's true. Because, you know, he said he wants the Nonito Donaire fight, and that's the obvious fight. Donaire is promoted by Richard Schaefer. Richard Schaefer does business with Al Heyman. If anything's going to happen, it's going to be that one. That should at least in theory, be able to be done, right?
Well, you got to keep in
go
mind
ahead, Ron.
Emmanuel Rodriguez and Inoue. I mean, there's other fighters on that other side. We're still in like the semifinals. It's not even the finals yet. There's 4 fighters left.
No, I know.
He didn't seem
but
very.
Check it out. With all the news of World Boxing Super Series and late payments and no payments, I mean, who knows? That could be out the way, and boom, Zolani that doesn't fight Nonito. Nonito ends up fighting Rau'shee Warren because of the association with Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman. But we have world-renowned trainer Barry Hunter. He's done trained them all, okay? I mean, from Anthony Peterson, Lamont Peterson, Adrian Broner. He's had Earl Spence in the Olympics. He's dealt with Sean Porter. I mean, there's no one this guy doesn't know, and just an excellent boxing mind. Barry, man, thank you for taking out the time to come on the show. TBV definitely appreciates it. You're in for a big fight. This is your fighter's 3rd title shot now in what is, I'm going to say, the most important fight of his career because of how hot this division is. It's a division that usually doesn't get this sort of attention, but now with the World Boxing Super Series, and like Rau'shee said, if an American Olympian can win a title, maybe he can bring some awareness to this division. How are you? Happy New Year's. Talk to us.
Man, first of all, let me say Happy New Year's to you guys, and thanks for having us on tonight, and of course, it's always a pleasure. Yes, Rau'shee can, be the one that's one of the ones that shine a light on this division. Of course, he has a vast history in boxing, from the JOs all the way up through the Olympics, and really, what this man has done in boxing has been nothing short of phenomenal. 3-time Olympian. I mean, he's won every national title that you can possibly think of in USA boxing history multiple times. World championship in the amateurs, world title in the pros. This is his 3rd time for world title, and more than likely he should walk out of there with that title, unless just something unforeseen happens that turns the other way. But I don't see that coming.
Hey Barry, this is Ron Goodall. I like to know a little bit into the whole sparring sessions and the training camp. How many rounds do you have Rau'shee fighting, and some of the guys he's sparring with? Is there any of the people that we probably know, or any prospects that we should keep an eye on?
Yeah, hi Ron. Yes, Shakur Stevenson was one of them. Of course, he sparred with Anthony Peterson. He sparred with a kid. I'm not sure Kobe's last name, but he was on the Olympic team for Barbados. Toka Khan from Rochester. Rhode Island. We've had several. There's a kid from Romania. I'm not sure of his name either, but he was also on the Romania's national team. So he had some quality sparring for this particular fight. And as far as the rounds are concerned, we usually spar 3 days out of the week. So that's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And so we've been going pretty good and pretty strong for the last 2 months.
How's it going, Mr. Hunter? My name is Michael Gross.
Hi, Michael.
My first question is, how do you prepare Mr. Warren for the amount of punches that he's going to be throwing in a 12-round fight? Because he's at a lower weight class, they throw a lot more punches than the higher weight classes.
Yes, the smaller weight classes are very, very active, and in his case, it's just the opposite. I believe he may have discussed with you guys the fact that when he was in the amateurs, and actually for the most part of the professional fights that he's had, Rau'shee was used to throwing. He was so fast, especially in the amateurs. He was so fast that he can make a mistake and get away with it because of that speed, it would be camouflage. But most of his punches that were thrown was hooks and no jabs. So that's one of the things that if you been watching his last couple of fights, that's one of the things that we wanted to prove on, that and pace. Because in amateurs, of course, the scoring was going by, especially when we had the computer scoring system, it was based on points. And so you have time now. So we want to pace ourselves better, and we definitely want to use the jab more and, create opportunities and openness behind the jab.
Hey, Mr. Hunter, Mario Mungia here. As Ness alluded to earlier, you are very familiar with Adrian Broner, and I got to ask this question because we get so many calls every day about the fight coming up. And the question seems to be, does Broner have in him what it takes to beat Pacquiao, period? But I think the notion is he going to train the right way to have those skills to beat Manny Pacquiao? Just break down that fight for me a little bit, what it's going to take for Broner to win and the chance you give him.
Well, I give him an excellent chance. I really can't speak on what he did in camp because, of course, the last 2 camps, 3, he wasn't in D.C.
Yes, sir.
Adrian, I have a long history with Adrian also. Adrian actually lived up here with us for some years on his path to his first world title. And I known him just as long as I know Rau'shee. They were little boys. And so I know him very, very well. I know that Adrian Broner has the goods to beat anybody. He's an incredible athlete. A lot of times, maybe his out of the ring antics may have cost him somewhat. But if you look at this fight and you break this fight down, Pacquiao, at 40 years old, he's a politician now. He's an entrepreneur. He got a lot of things going on also. So you have to question the fact about Pacquiao. Do he still have that same fire? Does he still have the same passion for the game? Or is it just, I'm fighting now for financial reasons? If he is more of a politician than he is a fighter, then advantage Broner. Flip it all around. You look at Adrian. If Adrian doesn't take the fight as serious as he need to take it, and same thing, on his side, if it's just about finances, if it's not about the passion anymore, I think Adrian's one of the best athletes I ever worked with, to be honest with you, and could do anything. I remember, short story, I remember one time we were up in Colorado, we were training at OTC, which is the Olympic Training Center, and he drifted off and he went down and started working around with the gymnast. And next thing you know, I'm looking on the floor and he's doing floor exercise with the gymnast, flipping just as good as anybody else on the team. So this is a guy that can do multiple things and doing well if he dedicate himself to that. So if Adrian do the things that Adrian is capable of doing and fight the fight that he really needs to fight, I got him doing very, very well. And if he fight like I know he's capable of fighting, especially on the inside, he can stop this man. He's younger, he's bigger, and he's faster.
Well, Mr. Hunter, it's Nestor. I just wanted to go back to Rau'shee. Obviously, as a fighter, especially him in his predicament, I mean, he's already had 2 world title shots. He's been a champion, and then he had the rematch. Here we are, his 3rd world title shot. But he's in a tough predicament because if he wins this fight, he has Inoue as the WBC interim world bantamweight champion. So he's going to have to face this guy before possibly a Nonito Donaire could be enticed into a big unification, because Donaire right now seems to be tied up with the World Boxing Super Series. How familiar are you with Raushee's new division, and what do you foresee happening in 2019? Granted, you guys are successful with the win, with Oubaali, the way that Warren believes.
Well, hey, Nestor. First of all, going back to Raushee's history once again, Rau'shee has literally fought guys from all over the world and beat the majority of guys that he's fought from all over the world. In fact, if I'm going back to the amateurs, and if I can remember correctly, I've only seen him get 2 in the amateurs rather, 2 nods against him, and both of the nods that he got against him were bad nods. He got robbed twice. But as far as Eastern European style, as far as fighting in Cuba, he fought Rigondeaux. He lost Rigondeaux by a couple of points in the amateurs. So he knows these guys. He knows their style. So I don't see him doing bad at all. As far as Nonito Donaire is concerned, I knew him and I knew his brother Glenn Donaire. They were on in the trials with Clarence Vincent, also one of the guys that we used to work with here. I think it'd be a good matchup. I look forward to a matchup with Nonito Donaire. Of course, Nonito, was an explosive fighter, during his run. I think he's still a very good fighter, but he's definitely not that same Nonito Donaire that he used to be when he was putting everybody out.
Hey, this is Ron Goodall again. I
was asking more about Inoue, who would be his mandatory because he's the WBC interim.
But he's in the tournament too.
No, there's 2 different ones.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There's his brother.
Yeah, exactly. One has the
there's
Takuma.
There's the one that
Takuma.
everybody thinks is the world beater, and there's the other one that's
There's Takuma and the Monster. Inoue.
That's a good way to say it.
The Monster is the WBA world bantamweight champion, and Takuma is Rau'shee Warren mandatory because he's the silver champ.
The interim.
Well, I don't know. For the most part, Nestor, I don't do a whole lot of watching a lot of boxing until it come down fight time, and I do my little studying of the tape. But for the most part, I welcome a fight with any of them guys, to be honest with you. I've seen some of the ones, I've seen the guys that you've named. I haven't watched them in detail, but Rau'shee been around the world. He's been fighting ever since he's been a baby. So I'm not going to discriminate with whomever it is. If he wins out, they win out, I look forward to having all them guys fight each other.
Hey, this is Ron Goodall again. I have a lot of respect for you. Train a lot of amateurs, professionals as well. You had an amateur squad, Headbangers boxing team, and I think you were named like Trainer of the Year by the WBO. So a lot of respect for you. My, question is coming from like a understanding of a trainer and being so experienced in boxing. Errol Spence, you trained someone to compete against them, and I think you also trained a little bit. Errol Spence, had him as a sparring partner when he was younger. Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence, like, what is your whole prediction on that? Do you think people shouldn't be underestimating Mikey, or do you think this is just a bad decision? Errol's just going to win this very easy.
If I looking from afar, I like, of course, I love Earl, and I got a lot of love and respect for Mikey also. I like the way the man handles his business in the ring. I think that a lot of times in Mikey's case, he don't get a lot of credit for his boxing IQ. I think he had a real nice boxing IQ. In fact, I remember back when we was out with Top Rank, and I remember he first started out, and the way they raised him. You talking about Brad Goodman and Bruce Trampett, two of the best. I think they are the best, actually, matchmakers in all the boxing, was bringing him along. And to watch him develop over the years and what he has developed into, I think, he did a very, very fantastic job, thus far. If it were me, would I have jumped up or had him jump up to the different weight classes? I wouldn't have done it. But I know what they're looking at, and they see something in Earl that they think they can exploit. Whether or not it's going to happen or not, that's another ball game. I definitely wouldn't underestimate Mikey Garcia. I mean, he got a great trainer in his brother. And I know when they go out there, they're going to be very, very well prepared. But you cannot make the mistake and stand there toe-to-toe and call yourself trading with this man. You know what I mean? If he does that, I think it may be a short night. Advantage Earl.
You had a fighter that fought Errol Spence, Lamont Peterson. He's due to be back in the ring against Sergey Lipinets in March. When can we expect you guys to turn training up? Because the way it looks like Lamont never gets out of the gym.
No, in fact, it's funny because this is the first time after that fight that he has ever really been out of the gym. You know, normally, you know, he's running, jumping. You know, he run with the Nike crew. There's a big Nike store down here in DC in Georgetown, and they got a group of runners that represent Nike, and Lamont runs with them. So, you know, he likes marathon running, that type of thing. But this is the first time that he, you know, pretty much fell back, took a break, you know, and enjoyed himself and what he has accomplished in his family. He got a new baby daughter. And so I didn't bother him. We didn't talk boxing. Every once in a while, you know, he'd come past the gym, help out with the kids, something like that there. And that was it. So we sat down and we talked about it. And I wanted to make sure that he still had that boxing spirit in him and not just being a family man. And, you know, lo and behold, you know, he came back, he started working. And then when the fight was on the horizon, it wasn't really set yet. But when it was talked about, came in, he started working, you know, slowly but surely, you know, I seen that old fire. So I'm very happy at this point in time with what I see, you know, in him. But yes, he did take a break for about a year.
Barry, we're going to go to some questions from the people. It's only 4 from our loyal listeners. We got the first one coming from John Justice, and he says, Barry Hunter, you are one of the most respected trainers in boxing. You clearly care deeply about your fighters. How difficult was it to stop the Spence fight against Lamont last year? What did you say to him afterwards?
First of all, hi, John, and thanks for the question. It was very difficult, you know, going back, you know, as far as we've been back, you know, I had them since they were babies. These are my sons. And no father or no parent would want to see their kids go through anything like that. And, you know, and I know that, you know, and it's no guarantee, you know, how we walk in these gyms or how we walk in the ring fight night, that we're going to walk out the same way or walk out at all. And so you have to separate, you know, that emotional side. You have to separate from being a parent from being, you know, a professional in that corner. You know, you got to block all that out and do what's best for your athlete and have that type of knowledge of your athlete to know when enough is enough. And knowing Lamont like I know Lamont, I think it was somewhere late in the, I think 7th round, 6th round. I noticed that he wasn't moving. Well, let's go back. Say about 3rd or 4th round. And I know he wasn't moving a lot. And that wasn't part of the plan. And when I asked him what was wrong, I knew something was wrong. He said, I can't move my legs. My legs feel heavy. And so I said, well, don't bounce around. Just step around him. And then when he came back, the last time I looked him in his eye, and I didn't see enough of that. Normally, if we get behind, we're able to fight back. But I didn't see that. And so I asked him, and he said to me, I think he said something to the effect that, you do what you have to do. You know what I'm about to do. And I know what that meant. So Lamont is that rare athlete that will give his life up literally in the ring. And when I saw that, I gave him enough to let him walk to center ring, and I stopped it. Right? It was very, very difficult, but I had to do what I had to do.
Next one comes from Mad Bent. I admire your demeanor as a trainer. What are your expectations for your fighters in and out of the ring? Is there mental training involved?
Hi, Matt. Yes, there is mental training involved because you have to. A lot of fighters and a lot of trainers, you know, or boxing, make the mistake and just worry about just the physical, man, not the mental. When it's the mental that controls the physical. If your mind, I don't care how physically gifted or strong you are, if your mind isn't connected, if it's not right, then and you see it all the time. You see athletes all the time. When you look at them physically, they look chiseled, they look ready. I mean, and you know that they're capable of doing all kinds of amazing things. But if their confidence isn't there, if the mind isn't there, you know, going into whatever competition it is they go into, it's not going to work. So, yes, you have to be prepared more mentally, I believe, than physical. what was the second half of that question?
He was just
It was a two-part, I believe.
Oh, he said, "What are your expectations for your fighters in and out the ring?"
Okay, inside the ring, only thing I can ask the fighter to do, because I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna make sure they're very, very well prepared, both physically and mentally. And so the only thing I can ask of them at that point inside that ring is to give me every single thing you got. Just lay it all on the line. I don't want to I don't want no excuses. Well, I should have ran more. I should have did this more. No, we're going to cover all that. So when them lights cut on, it's time to perform. Just give me everything you got. And if you fall a little short, I'm okay with that. But if you go out there knowing that you left something behind, that I'm going to have a problem with, big time. Outside the ring, just be, the best citizen you can possibly be. Be productive out there. Because it's not just about boxing. A lot of my kids go to college. I have some that have graduated from college. I have some with law degrees. I have one that became a doctor. I have a few police officers. My son, which fights, he's in the fighter academy. So we try to prepare life after boxing also.
And the last one is from Elms in the UK. He says, it has been rumored that Khan versus Crawford is in the works. Having come across Khan with Lamont, does Khan present a legitimate threat to the 147-pound division?
If Amir has any of that old Amir Khan stuff left in him, think about Khan is he's a warrior. When we fought him, now of course it's been several years now, but when we fought him, I underestimated speed. But the good thing is we went in there with more than one plan, so we was able to adjust and adapt to what it was he was doing. But if he has any of that spark left with that type of speed, he's a very good athlete also. He's not weak. He can punch a little bit. If he can bring any of that to the table and don't make a mistake like this when he fought Danny Garcia or I forgot whoever else, Brady's Prescott, I believe it was, and leave himself open like that, then he has a chance. Flip side of that, to me, pound for pound, if not the best, he's one of the best in boxing, which is Terence Crawford. Very versatile. He's a gladiator, and he can punch. And he makes adjustments very, very well. If you watch his last fight, kid had his timing down early on in the fight. He made an adjustment, came on down the end, ended up stopping him. Only thing that I would like to have seen is the young man that he fought. I knew he had a problem with his leg. I think he had been shot or something like that there. So watching the fight, his mobility to me was in question. But nevertheless, Terence Crawford, he made the adjustment and he got him a bye there. I think Terence Crawford is one of the most dangerous fighters in the business right now today.
Oh, I didn't know he got shot. I thought he just had like a prosthetic leg. But what? So what you saying? You picking Earl to lose to Crawford?
You said Earl Spence? I thought you said Amir Khan.
No, I did. But since you're talking so highly of this pound for pound Crawford, I'm assuming that you're picking him over Earl too, because they're in the same division. Eventually, they're gonna meet.
That ain't what listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go with EJ against anybody. You know what I mean? And that's just me. Because even in the amateur, again, because of the knowledge I have of him, because of the knowledge I have of Earl, I'm gonna go with Earl against anybody. And I say that because I remember we went to, I think one of the trips we were on, I think it was France. Lomachenko was in the tournament also. And Earl had sparred I think it was a light heavyweight, if I'm not mistaken. And when the guy entered the ring, and I stopped it originally because this dude too big, and he was big. And Earl told me, he said, "No, Coach B," he said, "I got him." I said, "You sure, son?" I said, "It's a big dude." He said, "I got him." And sure enough, he did get him. He stopped him to the body. Then we went on in the tournament, and he was winning the tournament. He won the tournament, but he got a little hard-headed, got a little cute down the stretch, and the guy buzzed him up also. But nevertheless, he's always been able. I've never lost a fight with him. You know, both domestic and international. So he's always had that knack where though he can make the adjustment, and, you know, and find a way to pull a fight out. That fight with Terence Crawford, I'm telling you, Terence Crawford is a very, very smart fighter. Again, I'm gonna go with Earl, you know, because of our history and what I think he's capable of doing. But you cannot go to sleep on Terence Crawford, man. He's again a threat to anybody at that division.
Barry, so the next ones aren't questions, just statements. From Jay Hardcore Boxing News in DC, he says, just want to thank you for being such a stand-up trainer. My cousin Walt, I think it's Manigan, talks about you all the time.
Manigan.
And says you taught him everything he knows.
I know him well. Walter Manigan. If you remember the documentary that just came out, They Fight, that's Walter Manigan. Walt was the first trainer that I had the pleasure of teaching, you know, as a student years ago. He produced some excellent kids, you know, national champions, you know, in the area, and love Walt, you know, and I wish him all the best.
All right. The next one comes from Info Joe in California. He says, just want to say thank you for all the years you have worked with the youth in DC, mentoring the kids, keeping kids on the right path and out of jail. Salute to you, Mr. Hunter. We need more men like you. And the last one comes from Texas, from JD, who says, would you be open to a movie or documentary about the story of the Petersons and yourself?
First of all, thanks for all the kind words. I really appreciate it. You know, we never know. I mean, years ago when I walked in that gym, when I walked in that gym, I didn't mean to stay. I got to be honest with you. It was a pit stop, and there are things that I could do, you know, in my life, athletically, you know, all professionally, all kinds of stuff, and I never would finish. I don't care how good I was, and I go in there, do it, and then I leave. This is the first thing that I actually stuck with, in my life, and didn't mean to do so. But I said that to say, you know, you never know, you know, what your calling is. You never know, you know, where God really wants you to go, or what He wants you to do. But when it happens to you, it just feels right. You know, and when you turn around and, you know, you look back, and so many years have passed now, and you look back and you look on some of these people, you know, you got kids that you raised in, you know, playing in movies, they, you know, doing all kinds of amazing things. You know, if I had to do it again, would I do it? Yes, I would, but I would do it so different, man, because along the way, you know, my family took a beating. You know, I missed birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, you know, everything. I damn near miss watching my kids grow up, trying to save somebody else. And if you save the world and you lose your own, then you really done nothing, man. To me, it's still a failure. So if I had something to do, if I had to change something, it would be, you know, I would go in this time. It wouldn't be all about boxing. It would be a balance there, you know, and that's how I would approach that. To that last piece, can you give me that again?
Would you be open, and have they ever approached you to do a documentary on yourself and the Petersons?
There have been several people that had expressed interest in actually doing a documentary or a movie, because the story, you know, with the Petersons in itself is just, it's crazy and it's amazing. I mean, it will take you on a journey, and but beyond them, you know, it's so many stories in that gym. I mean, they're just two of many. And the stories are still going. You know, as of last year, we just had 5 fighters. All of them, which except for maybe 1 or 2 were national champions, were killed. 2 brothers were killed 3 weeks apart. And these are kids that, you know, would have or could have set the world on fire. I see, you know, in them talent that I saw, and like you spoke about Earl, you spoke about Terence, you spoke about Lamar, Age, and the rest of them, just as good. And some of them were in the gym at the same time. So these stories continue to come. Yes, I definitely would be, because I think it's something that the people need to know about. And it's something in these stories for a little bit of everybody.
Well, Barry, man, I want to thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Again, you know, I know you guys are busy over there, and I just want to echo the same sentiments from all our loyal listeners. You know, I've been to the gym. I see the work that you do, the dozens and dozens of fighters. I could only expect to see more and more fighters coming out of there. I know that my co-host does have a little segment for you, so take it away, Mike.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you could live in one time in history that is not the current time, what time would you want to live in?
1986.
Why that year right there on the dot?
86 was just a grand time, you know, in the city. I had just met my wife, or I was about to meet my wife, put it that way. A friend and myself, we had a record store that was in the upper part of D.C. in Northwest D.C. And it was just a grand time. You know, we go out, and it's funny because when I first spoke to Al Haymon, when I first met him years ago over the telephone, the first conversation I ever had with him was over the phone. And, you know, of course, when I heard his voice, and I grew up in the city going to Al Haymon concerts, and all I could always remember was this Al Haymon production, going to see Frankie Beverly and Mays, the OJs, and the Whispers, and, you know, people like that there. And so when I met him, I brought that up, and I said, man, I'm a huge fan. And, you know, he told me he was a fan of me and the guys. And, but 86 was a grand time. You know, I had so much fun.
If you could train any boxer, dead or alive, who would it be, excluding Muhammad Ali?
Wow, that's a deep one. Excluding Muhammad Ali, Ray Leonard would be on that list. Ray Robinson would be on that list. Regan Dow would be on that list. Mike McCallum would be on that list. Those are the ones that come to mind right off the break.
The first thing I do in the morning when I wake up is?
First thing I do when I wake up in the morning is to appreciate the fact that I woke up. Because when you look around you now, you got not just people, but kids dying of old people diseases at the ages of their late 20s and early 30s. So I'm very, very appreciative of waking up, you know, in the morning, and I'm very appreciative of all the gifts that God has given me.
What's the best bit of advice Al Haymon has given you?
The best advice Al has ever given me was we talked one time, and we were talking about, you know, the fathers of yesteryear as opposed to the fathers of today. And back in the day, most of the parents, you know, our parents, were people just going out there, you know, working every day, trying to provide for their families in their downtime. And I remember this time, their downtime was to, you know, kind of link up, you know, be a family or friends. They sit around, have a few drinks, you know, smoke some cigarettes and shoot the breeze. And, you know, this generation, our generation, is one of the first generations to come along to actually work to try to become something and make something out of themselves. So the thing is, the best advice that Al has ever given me was to stay steadfast, stay focused. Don't look left or right, just keep straight. Don't worry about the garbage that's surrounding you. Just keep straight, stay in the light.
Boxing has changed my life. How?
Boxing has changed my life because it showed me that just like boxing, sometimes you may get dazed in the gym. Sometimes you may get knocked down in the gym. Sometimes you got to get up and beat that count. If you don't beat that count, you're knocked out. Fight is over. It's just like out here in life. You may, be going along good. All of a sudden, your job is snatched up from under you. Just like what's going on in the federal government. These people get ready to experience their last check. And if this man don't turn around and open the government up, how many people are going to be affected by this thing? So just like boxing, they got to turn around and find a way to adjust to this new way of living. And if not, they're going to be knocked out. If not, it's going to be over. So boxing has shown me how to be resilient. It's shown me how to get up and fight back. It's shown me how to be consistent and persistent.
I'm going to give you the last one, the same one that I gave Adrian Broner earlier today. Frank Red Hots or Louisiana Hot Sauce?
I just got into this hot sauce stuff real deep. It's funny because of Adrian and because of Rau'shee. That's their thing. They put so much hot sauce in the food, you don't even know what's under it. I'm gonna just take a stab at it. I think it's Frank hot sauce that we have in the kitchen.
Well, Barry, man, thank you again for the time. At this time, if you got any social media or any messages you want to give out, you can do so at this time. And again, thank you. Wish you the best. Can't wait to have you back on.
No, I love you guys, man. Thanks for having me. And no, I don't have any social media. I'm kind of outside of the matrix, man. I depend on people like Rau'shee and them let me know what's happening out there in cyberspace. But one thing I want to say is, and I want to speak to the coaches, because, we've been blessed, myself, people like Mike Stafford, Virgil Hunter, Nazim Richardson, people that I came up in, Kenny Porter, that I came up in the amateurs with, that, were coaches that had amateur stars in the amateurs and they had stars in the pros. But then you've got hundreds of thousands of other coaches out there around the world that produce these fighters, and for whatever reason, the fighter didn't finish the journey with them. Be it someone getting in their ear or whatever, that produce this type of talent that the world don't know nothing about, and I know it's discouraging, and it makes me feel bad because I know what they're going through. But, I just want to say, to them, because nobody talks about them, just hang in there, because you're very, very necessary, you're very important, and without you, boxing is dead.
Well, thank you, Barry, man. And again, can't wait to have you back on. There you have it. World-renowned trainer Barry Hunter trains dozens of fighters, and I really do mean dozens, bro. I mean, what he does sometimes goes unnoticed, kind of like Robert Garcia. Sometimes the world, we're so lazy. We get accustomed to the caliber of fighter that Barry and Robert put out, and we overlook what it is that they're doing. But, it's like he said, all those fighters have passed through their hands, all the champions of this year. And I'm sure he's going to have a bunch of champions coming up because, like I said, I've been to that gym. I wanted to ask about a particular fighter, but, potheadness.
Just goes to show Al Haymon been getting money since 1987. A long time before that, probably, too.
Oh, yeah, man. I
So
mean,
he was going to Al Haymon concerts back then.
I know. And did you hear the names of the attractions?
I know. I was often to say that, too.
It's way longer than that. It's a laundry list.
Al Haymon checks after all of my events. So let's go out to the callers. Actually, wait, we got a couple of.
Wait, hold on.
We got to skip. Yeah, but we're gonna have to. Skip. I mean, we've been doing this for a minute. We're gonna have to skim through these topics. All right, Devin Haney taking on
Zolani. Xolisani.
I'm interested. I'm interested. Obviously, we had them both on the show. It kind of makes it more exciting. Am I the one that's a little more excited now that
You're more invested in it?
both of them? I kind of feel like the Doomy of the panel today, and for those casual listeners or those guys just tuning in, Doomy is a part-time host. He jumps in and out. He's our amateur. His name is Doomsday, and he always picks the underdog. And I know that what's this guy's initials, bro? XN? XN. I know that XN is he needs this. You know, he obviously needs this more than Haney. Haney is in the money. The kid's got multiple cars. Yo, dude, he's living large. So at the very least, I want to see XN give everything he got, just like Barry said, so that he does get a return fight. You know what I mean? Make himself a player in the division.
Yeah, he came on and he had a lot of really interesting things to say. His backstory is good. You know, he's coming to America. He's been in America, but he's got this big fight with an American prospect. And exactly what you said, that's you took the words right out of my mouth. I don't know if he'll win, but he has the opportunity to come out and showcase skill, at least do some things in the ring that'll get him that return fight. Devin Haney might be too much at this point for him, but who knows? We never know, especially with young prospects. But Devin Haney is being brought in to showcase. He's being brought in to win. They've had him. You know, the Showtime crew has done a wonderful job of following him, putting interest in our minds. And 2018 was such a huge year for Devin, and he has to start off with a big bang. I think that if he wants to conclude the year off of the prospect list into the contender list, he's got to come out and stop. He's got to come out and get a stoppage. So I hope that we'll see at least a great fight, somewhat competitive, but I'm very much expecting Devin Haney to showcase the skill that he has.
Yeah. I've never seen XN before, so I can't give an actual accurate prediction, but I like Devin Haney a lot. I know how show business works. I think Devin Haney is just going to do his thing. I'm just going to watch it for Devin Haney. And that's pretty much what it's going to be, a Devin Haney show.
Yeah, I was going to say, but should we be putting the pressure on Haney that he got to get a knockout? What if he's a Floyd Mayweather type? And you know, because he's coming up in this era with the Fimos and the Shakurs, should there be, I don't know, again, this pressure of a knockout if he's a boxer's boxer?
Well, there doesn't have to be pressure in terms of, you know, for him to exceed his career or excel. Not at all. All I'm saying is that from listening to Devin Haney speak, he wants to accelerate his career. And I think that, you know, stoppages count for a lot more than going out there and you know, getting a 8-round, 10-round, 12-round decision. That said, Xolisani, I did get to see some footage on him before we interviewed him, and he can get put into those positions where he'll get tagged. I've seen him get tagged. He has a pretty decent chin. I mean, I don't know how much power the guy he was fighting had, but I've seen him get tagged, and he eats a punch pretty well. So he fights long, but he gets put into positions where he's there for the taking. So I think that Devin Haney could get a stoppage.
All right, man, let's go ahead and put it out there then, because I'm serving up goddamn Crow Sunday. Yes.
Devin Haney.
I'm taking Devin for the win because this
all three of us, everybody got Haney. Okay, yeah. I think Devin Haney is probably a level above him, just a little bit too much for him, and I think it's going to show tomorrow night, and I think Devin Haney will pull out the victory.
I think he's probably going to be a lot of levels, man. I'm just going to be realistic. You know, I just think Devin.
You might be right.
I was trying to be nice, Mark. Ron.
I mean, like I said, I've never seen him fight, so this is just a guesstimate. But look, Pernell Whitaker ain't knocked everybody out. I know it was later in his career that he didn't get all his stoppages. He got them early, but I just think he's slick, he's talented, and he's groomed in a way where he's just a good boxer, man.
Cool. On to the plant in Uzcategui.
Well, actually, no, it's Crawford Khan next.
We already did plant and did we give our picks?
We didn't go through that card yet.
Yeah, we didn't.
Oh
go
well,
through
never
that
mind.
yet.
This is not always follow my thing, so never mind.
No, I told you overlays what's more important.
Overlays. Let's go.
Crawford. It's like in order, right? Because since we were gonna have Salita, I put the big baby Joshua stuff first. Then it's like, all right, we're gonna talk about the first fight, which is Friday. Boom, your man's in them, and then it's like, let's throw in a little Mike news: Crawford versus Khan. I don't know how this made it to top 3, to be honest with you, when it's not official. But that's why I threw the picture of tension crying, because it's so funny that, you know, first it was like, oh, pay $5 to get on ESPN Plus because you got to watch Terence Crawford and all top ranked fighters. Now it's like, we still want your $5, but guess what? You're gonna have to pay just 80 more bucks. 75 on top of that 5 to get this Terence Crawford pay-per-view with Khan. That
I heard it was like.
Has it been confirmed?
I thought it was like 60.
I mean, isn't that why you have it here? Why do you have it here?
Listen, it's not that it's not confirmed. It is confirmed. It's just not finalized. We don't have all the details done, but that doesn't mean it's not. It's set. That's the fight. Yeah, it's good.
No, I'm asking, is pay-per-view
I keep hearing around. Oh, they got a New York press conference.
Well, let me explain that.
Pay-per-view confirmed though. That's what I'm asking.
So here's the thing. There's been rumors of the fight being potential pay-per-view for a long time, and there's been prices rumor of 60. The big thing that's been reported, and I believe it's from Keith Heidick, Boxing Scene, pretty credible, that there should be a 2-day press conference. One should be in London, and then following week, next week, there should be something in New York. So I think they're going to do Tuesday in London or UK and Thursday in New York. So hopefully I can go out and cover that. But that's where I think the official announcements are. And then we'll find out all the details, because, there's no press release. There's no official media release. So I think they're going to go with the press release announcement. But that's what has been reported.
And from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like Top Rank's backing off the pay-per-view talk. And it is clear that there's no venue set. I don't think that means that there is no venue. I think that just means that they're not ready to give us those details. For whatever reason, people want to hang up on, that being a reason that the fight is still in jeopardy. I think people just like hoping that Kell Brook's still an option, but it's over. Khan Crawford, we're moving forward. And as far as the pay-per-view goes, look, I understand Khan is going to be Crawford's most recognizable name. And the first pay-per-view Crawford did flopped, even though he was going in there against a guy who meant more at the time. But Khan is that guy, and people can't discredit Khan because he is an offensive phenomenon. He is absolutely going to be the stiffest test of Crawford's career. And here's the thing about the pay-per-view. Look, I don't like it either. Of course not. I don't like paying more money for fights. I'm an ESPN Plus subscriber, and it doesn't feel great that this is happening, but we can understand it, right? Khan is a globally recognized superstar. Of course, this is pay-per-view. Khan is, a huge name, and
we can understand it because they don't have the money to pay Khan, so they got to put it on pay-per-view because they don't have the fighters to fight Crawford.
You have to look at it. You have to look at it this way too. When you say Amir Khan is a U.S. pay-per-view star, how many pay-per-views has he done without the name Canelo in the States?
Yeah, I wouldn't, label him a U.S. star per se, but I think he's a globally recognized star.
Now you can argue that the fact that he's been on other pay-per-views as the undercard, like, he was on, I think, the Maidana card with Floyd. But this is clearly a way where they're trying to cough up money to pay Amir Khan, because Amir Khan has definitely taken a step down for money from the UK. That's what it's perceived. He's taken a cut, but he's having a better challenge. So you can't fight a tough guy and still get paid really, really bad. So they still had to come up with something he's acceptable with. And pay-per-view is part of that model that, they're going to guarantee that if you're going to get your ass kicked or you challenge yourself, at least we're going to get you some money. And that's pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get his ass kicked, but look, Khan. Look, I don't know what Khan we're going to see. If Khan is anywhere close to his prime, he's got more than a fighting chance against Crawford. More than a fighting chance, and that's the truth. Anybody that thinks otherwise is just hung up on bullshit about Khan's got no chin or blah blah blah. Like, no, look.
Should I text that to Barry?
I mean,
text it.
you can text him. Text.
I don't know. You said anybody that thinks that is hung up on all this other stuff you're making up. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not making up anything. Look, Khan, I'm not gonna say Khan's got the strongest shit in the world. But the problem's been his defense. Anybody that gets hit with the shots that Khan's got hit with, they go down. And you're fooling yourself if you think otherwise. Khan has got more than a fighting chance in this fight. We're gonna see which Khan shows up, but any percentage of him that's greater than 80
Mario,
has got it. No, look, I'm
Manchester Mario, man. I love you.
It's
Man.
not even Manchester. Look, I'm a Khan guy, and I make no apologies about it. I think he is phenomenal. I have tried to box. I know how hard it is. So when I see Khan do the things in the ring that I've seen professionals in real life unable to do, I got to give respect. But at the same time, he is a very suspect defensive fighter, and Crawford does have plenty of opportunities, and there is a likelihood that he could take him out. But I think the likelihood is just as well, maybe not just as, but I think Khan also has it in him to beat Crawford. If we see the best Khan available, then we could see him beat.
All right, Mike, go get him. Get him, Mike. I know you want to, Mike. I know.
It's gonna be real quick. It's gonna be real quick. One thing me and Khan got in common that he can do inside of the ring that I can do outside of the ring is go to sleep, and he's going to sleep against Crawford.
You want to take that, Mario? Is he going to sleep?
No. Let me get some. Mike is so corny. Mike, every time I want to like not get at you, I gotta get at you, B.
Nigga over there eating a sucker and shit. Come on, man.
Like you had a perfect opportunity to team up with Mario. Yes, let me talk. See, because you don't think 10 steps ahead of your opponent.
I don't need to, bro. My opponent is you, nigga.
Exactly. But you just strengthen my argument by debating with Mario instead of not debating with Mario, teaming up, bigging up Khan, but instead you strengthen up my argument. He is going to sleep because it is a top-ranked diet. And his next fight is the guy Lou came on the show to tell us. More top-ranked diet. I'm just saying. Next subject.
Real quick, I will say this though.
No. His next fight could be Danny. Danny could come. Khan is renegotiate. So
Khan would be a way better win than probably than Lamont. But at least Lamont for Spence, you at least got to say that.
Say what, Mario?
Crawford beat the brakes off Lamont.
I was too busy letting Mike know that he's always lying. He's throwing out Danny name, trying to get motherfucking buzz on Crawford name.
Oh, Khan is way better than Danny. That was a 9 out of 10 times that motherfucker wins. It was the luckiest punch in the history of boxing.
Yo, you said lucky?
Danny got all the drip. He all on his IG, grabbing 35 pounds of ass. Meanwhile, Khan getting caught masturbating. What the fuck?
You said 9 out of 10.
Yo, that's fucked up, bro.
You gonna let him commit Khan like that, man?
Yo, we just said 9 out of 10. We saw the one time.
We saw the one time.
Let me tell you something. Danny on Instagram acting like he's Scarface, chilling with his baddie, right? Khan got AJ thrashing his wifey.
Oh, Ned's being disrespectful tonight.
I'll keep up with that.
You being ratchet.
We ain't reading the same tabloids?
Hey, man, I don't know what you read.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I read Twitter.
I don't know what you read.
I read Twitter.
So Khan ain't say on his own Twitter that AJ was bagging his shorty.
Facts.
He said AJ was banging her.
I don't think they're in the same division.
No, I ain't say
fight. I don't know about division, boy.
But it wasn't. They wasn't fighting, homeboy.
Well,
but if they were,
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't
would win.
gonna go that far. I ain't going that far tonight.
We ain't gonna get Khan on for the announcement.
Khan's a better offensive fighter than Joshua, though. I mean, just pound.
I don't know. Depending on what he fighting right now. You know what I'm saying?
You know how many
Khan
sound bites I had? Like I had mad Khan sound bites. They used to be like, yeah, because the Mayweather Pacquiao fight is still there for me. And I just deleted them all because I thought like we would never be here where we're using Khan sound bites and he's in another big fight. I thought after, Canelo, like, I don't know. I thought he came back as someone. I didn't even know his name was still Khan at this point, but
well, we'll get a Patreon together so I can teach you how to respect Khan.
Yo,
and then you won't erase them no more.
Which fight?
This fight.
Which fight would you want to film study? Because the last film study you did.
I'll tell you what. The one that I would love to do is Lamont Peterson, so I can show you that motherfucker outboxed his ass, and all that Lamont Peterson did.
That one.
He had the referee and him both tag team, and I thought I was watching a handicap match in WWE. Like I was like, what the? When's the chair shot coming in? You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the referee? When's the manager gonna trip his foot when he's running against the rope? Like, it was crazy.
I would definitely like that. I hope the Patreons choose Khan versus Lamont Peterson. It's perfect for the buildup of Crawford fight, just to show, you know, the fans like, hey, what sort of shot Crawford has. Let's open up these.
Khan won, yeah.
Let's do the roll call real quick, man. We got the notes.
We'll do the Caleb Plant card.
Okay, yeah. Damn, the whole card. Because, yeah, Rico's on that card.
We got to run through that card, too.
Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
Want to do
we got
what you said? A roll call, he said?
I was gonna do the roll call of the notes. Manny Pacquiao and Clippers. Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather meet at the Clippers game. Jaime Mungia says he would KO Hurd, Charlo, and Harrison. Liam Smith signs with Eddie Hearn.
I don't know. You broke up. What was that last part?
Jaime Mungia said he would KO Hurd, Charlo.
I know, fuck you lying.
Why he lying?
Liam Smith signs with Eddie Hearn after a long partnership with Frank Warren. He goes over.
Yo, that's Kell Brooks' diet. The minute I got that email,
Kell, boy, he gonna beat Kell. Oh boy, please.
Man, you bugging.
You bugging.
Because you see him do that to Jaime. Jaime already put another knockout on his fucking skull, bro. But whatever. Right. Shout out to the super chat. We got R&V with the one time.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
I am 7 on a super chat says everybody needs to tag at Gross GROSS 2312 on at Dan Rayfield DANRAFAEL Twitter. They coming for our homie. We want all the smoke. Dan, it looked like you love hot sauce, big boy. Oh, they got your back, baby. They got your back. Hey, how you feeling over there? They got your back.
Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
Hey, to be fair, Showtime Boxing was also tweeting.
Yeah, Showtime tweeted.
They did? Oh, Showtime tweeted out. What?
Showtime.
Well, they tweeted a hot sauce.
Let me play it out.
Showtime tweeted a GIF. They tweeted a GIF.
Yeah, it was a GIF.
A GIF.
Oh, it's a GIF? I thought it was
said a GIF.
Let
can I finish real quick, man? Jeff Warren wants
Hold on, because I ain't done it. I actually want to talk about that. You know that? I was trying to let me tell you, that's fucking crazy because that was gonna be my Pacquiao question, bro. That was my first Pacquiao question. Had they went to us today, that was my first Pacquiao question. Like, yo, he beat now that he had that fight with I was gonna set it up with the Anthony Mundine 160 just to remind him he had 60. And they said, yo, you think he got a shot versus Canelo? Bang. All the websites is gonna be using that headline, but they ain't go to me. Oh, from the super chat, we got JD says, don't let this dude do Ortiz like that. Ortiz name bigger than Miller at the moment. He's done more. Ooh. And we got Joseph in Texas. He says, I know you heard Barry Hunter might Spence stopping light heavyweights. Tell Bud Light. Oh, shit. Okay. Tell Bud Light stop ducking. Hashtag man down Bud Light.
You kind of light in the ass.
They killing each other about GIF, man.
Light like the beard, Bud Light like the beard. Light like less calories. Light like weight. Light in the ass. You know what the fuck he mean?
And my last topic real quick that I want to get to, Callum Johnson vacates his British title because he don't want to fight Joshua Buatsi. So Buatsi will fight somebody else for that vacant British title.
We didn't even talk about any of these things though. But
I was just trying to get to the Caleb Plant card.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I was gonna get. I was just doing that so Ron could get to the Plant cards because I figured you were looking the whole thing up.
We ain't get to the plan yet. Yo, Elms in the chat. Matter of fact, Elms in the motherfucking chat. Okay, he coming for New Orleans. I forgot to make a fucking big deal about this. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't just the East Coast or the U.S.
New York got the formula. UK got the formula.
Yo, My boy Elm said, "Fuck all that $3 shit." You know, I'm tired of RV calling in here talking shit about the UK. Oh, he's a boomeranger? Well, fuck it. I want to be a boomeranger too. He upgraded. But I'm sorry to report, RV, homeboy is a mastermind.
Oh, no, Elms. Elms in this motherfucker.
No, Elms. I hit him up with like 7 messages. I need your phone number. Hopefully you an iPhone guy, but download the Patreon app so you can get my messages. B, I've been hitting you up on Patreon, bro. I asked all his questions on today's show because he definitely had a question for each fighter, taking full advantage of his Patreon exclusive. So shout out to you again. But yeah, answer the questions that I sent you in the personal message so we could get shit popping in that chat, bro. I'm telling you,
hey, Ron, you childish, Ron. You fucking childish as fuck.
They're the ones that kept saying GIF, and then the whole chat kept saying GIF. I wanted the action.
No, that's another reason why I went to him, because Elms tried to say, yo, Ness, you old as hell talking about GIF, right?
Back in the Jiffy, I'm done.
Yo, I'm old, but how he know about GIF? You old as me, B. Get out.
Hey,
Jiffy,
why y'all,
the peanut butter jump?
Listen, we've been doing this. Me and Ness been doing this since that was a fucking a debate. All right. So we've been on the Boxing Voice since we didn't know how the fuck to pronounce it.
Yeah.
But
Wait, you didn't know how to say GIF either?
No, I'm saying I knew it was it was a debate. Like, look, we were on here 2014. Every single fucking co-host was calling it something different.
Hey,
so I'm just saying, I don't blame Ness. Shit, we used to fuck it up all the time.
I was on Twitter when GIFs was invented. Ron was still in elementary school.
If you're listening right now, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Help us with the visibility of the show. And also, if you really want us to support the Boxing Voice, go over to theboxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors and click on that Amazon link, bookmark it, save it, and do all your shopping through that link. It costs you absolutely nothing, but we do get a little kickback, and it can help us go to like places like, who knows, like Wilder Camp again, or Mikey versus Spence, or even Javante versus Abner Mars. And big ups to Abner Mars for giving out that Adidas pack yesterday live on our show.
I'm next.
Hey, yo.
Anybody want problems, we can fight in this bitch. On God. I'm next. Man, you calm down. I'm next. I'm next.
Yo, I'm next, man.
I thought he was gonna give us one more. I'm next. Hey, yo, Elm still didn't hit me up. All right, you don't want to be in our fucking chat? You don't want to be in our chat? Let's get these callers, man.
The plant card for the 15th time.
We got a chat from Joseph Rodriguez Garces. I just upgraded as well, Ness. Joseph Rodriguez Garces. I just upgraded as well. Everybody coming out, nigga. Everybody with the Patreon smoke. Do you want it? And we might have a fucking betting show tomorrow on Patreon.
Oh yeah,
or if you don't get to this Caleb Plant.
No, it's some real fights. Hell
yes, sir.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm gonna keep it real. Caleb Plant came to my second TBV appreciation night in Las Vegas. We had Wilder in there. We had the mansion. We had the fucking pool, the pool table, the bartenders. It was amazing. And yeah, there's definitely a rapport there that is gonna allow me at least to lay a couple of dollars. He's an underdog, B. If you didn't know,
he should be an underdog.
And I think he's a good underdog to bet on. So we'll definitely be doing it.
Based on Jose last fight.
Fucking odds with TBV.
He a live dog.
Listen, I'll tell you this. Listen, I'll tell you this. Caleb Plant, he's given up a lot of strengths in this fight. Okay. Uzcategui, he's got the power over him. He's got the experience in terms of talent. Plant hasn't really fought anybody with the size metrics of this guy, and I seen this guy live. Like, man, he hits like fucking thunder. You know what I'm saying? Plant doesn't do anything like necessarily special, but he finds a way to put it all together. So I think he's a live dog for sure. I said it at the top of the hour. Like, this is the fight that I was most excited for when I saw all the fights roll out. And I seen this and I was like, man, we're getting this one early. This one's going to be a good one. It could be a scrap. But what I love most about this is it has the potential to at times be a boxing match, and at times not necessarily be like a slugfest, but definitely have its entertainment to give both casual and hardcore fans. So It's coming out on a Sunday after all the playoff games and stuff. It's got perfect timing to get a bunch of eyeballs on it. Extremely happy for this fight to be on at that
the
time.
fight's not on Fox though. The fight's on FS1. So
That's the only
maybe-
problem. That's the only problem. But I think still people will be like, you know, in the sports bars, you know, in the restaurants watching, and then FS1 be on the TV as well. And so I'm picking Uzcategui.
Here, let me
but-
counter you though.
Okay,
Let me
gotcha.
counter you. Let me counter you because I went to Uzcategui fight too. I went to the one out in Top Rank at Oakland. It was supposed to be a filler in between. You know, stay busy fight. You know, my girlfriend even came out. You know, I'm like, yo, this is the main event. You know, Uzcategui about to like beat this dude's ass. Boy, she was so fucking bored. That shit was really not a great performance. You know, we saw the Joshua Greer, you know, night pillow. Man, he dropped that dude. I was excited. I was like, man, Uzcategui about to get this working. And he did not look good at all that fight, you know? What's up, Ness? What you want?
Message from our intern UK.
Man, get that weak shit up out of here, man. I don't know how fucking credible .co.uk is. That nigga ain't creating shit, man. He about 95 years old. How the fuck he creating apps and shit?
Head movement. Check out that hot sauce.
Yo, for those that don't know, that's the trainer Vanes Martirosyan screaming out head movement. I know sometimes it might be a little loud, but you know, head movement. And that's what Mike is doing right here because he's upset that I pronounce GIF properly, you know?
Hold on.
The owner
be pronounced as GIF. I hate you.
Hey, yo, did you see the link though?
Yo, that's good.
The creator said that's the way it's pronounced, all right? And like,
it
yo,
should
that's
be.
how he wants it pronounced. That's how
It
he wants
should
it
be.
pronounced.
That the word is pronounced GIF and not GIF. You know what?
Also, I was gonna say, I see in the chat after this little GIF thing, you know, a lot of people taking a shot at the age. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Border Wars Saturday, man, 10 a.m. We got a show. All you gotta do is sign up. I would love a Brit. Carlton Palmer, you punk ass motherfucker, sign up. AD, I would thrash you like any Brit. I'm talking blindly to all of y'all. Like, just someone sign up. Like, I beat a Canadian. I beat a Mexican American. I would gladly beat the brakes off a Brit, an English muffin, as my man Big Baby say. You know, make me quit smoking. Make me take you seriously.
TBV the only sanctioning body where Dominican actually wins. I'm just saying.
Help me.
Damn, he's taking shots today.
I'm just saying.
He taking shots, nigga.
Yo,
Damn.
Listen.
Coming for him.
Hey, yo,
Play baseball, huh?
But Mike, check it out. I said it on a previous show. I would love a cherry if he wants a shot. The rest of the heavyweight division in the Border Wars equals.
Hold on, though, man.
Fucking me.
To be fair, man, Mario's 5'4".
That ain't my problem.
I'll still take him. I promise
man.
I'll take him.
They got a whole foot on him.
I'll take him.
When they got a foot in an inch.
No. In all honesty, though, the tallest dude I ever sparred was 5'10". And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say I gave him that work, but I found my spot.
I think Abner Mars is taller than you.
Yo, look,
yeah, probably.
Look at Jeff jab left hook, and he a patron. He like, man, if Hayes beating us, yo, you already a patron. All you gotta do is sign up, chump. I'll take any brick.
I say Mario shorter than Kevin Hart.
Actually, I'm not though. I know for a fact.
You're actually shorter than me.
I'll still give all these motherfuckers work.
Yo, let's get to these callers.
Let's finish that card real quick.
I'm picking Plant.
Okay.
Who else is on the
Brandon Figueroa is also going to be on there.
Mike, you got him down, right? He said Plant.
Guillermo Regendow is going to be on there.
Oh, you got Run, Plant, or fucking Uzcategui?
I'm going to go with Plant. I'm going to go with Caleb Plant.
Damn.
I'm going to go with Plant. I feel like he can get the box just because
I'm going to break the tie. I'm going with Mario.
My man.
And so Nessa's going with Plant too?
We ain't no crow.
I said Plant.
Okay, and I was going to say Guillermo Regendow is also on the card. Brandon Figueroa is on the card. Joey Spencer is going to be on the card. And I think those are the most notable names.
Give me all those A-sides, Mike.
Let me get Guillermo. Let me get Joey
Everybody
Spencer
taking all A-sides.
and Brandon.
I'm pretty sure that's their like first fight, so it's going to be all A-side heavy, so.
I want Aaron punk ass to sign up.
Aaron can too?
Nah, Aaron cancels. He's actually getting a rematch with the heavyweight that's ducking me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Dude,
Cool.
dude beat the fight clearly. You know, it's not a Wilder Fury situation. He beat clearly, but he rather rematch because he don't want none of this sauce, none of this hot sauce.
They're boys though, right? They're boys.
Nah, they not. Hashtag.
Oh, I thought they were.
Now, one's from Cali, one's from Texas. But now Cantu moved to San Antonio from Texas. I mean, from Cali. All right, let's see what we got. Boomerangers, who we got?
We gotta get to the sponsors, homie.
Sponsors.
We know. I mean, I didn't. Thanks for reminding me. I'm just checking who we got, who's going first. All right. So I see the order's gonna go down in. Let's do this.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Like a UK bot.
Calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Big up El Camino services.com, man. They do a lot of good stuff out here, charging up cars and stuff.
You seem so excited, Mike. You should.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Like, hey, pretty soon that diesel and gas shit gonna go out the window, and like plugging up cars and like charging them up is gonna be the way. So,
all righty then.
Alabama.
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby. No more hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses.
Boxingvoice.com. The mastermind in Alabama, Javier, with his new Dollar DiBiase entry. What's going on?
that mastermind club getting kind of crowded, Javier.
Damn, Mario, 5'4". 5'4", my nigga.
I told you. I texted.
Why you lifting all that weight? You ain't going for it. Moving. Hey man, it's all good, man. But don't get in there with Ness, bro. Don't do that. That's like Donaire getting in with Wilder. Don't do that.
Yo, why can't I get a cherry? Joshua popping cherries all day. Let me get one.
You keep calling me a cherry.
That's the seed inside the cherry.
Nah, hell nah.
You hear this?
Man,
you hear this?
y'all keep playing me. I swear to God, that shit's gonna happen. I promise. I'm gonna shock the world.
Mario. I'm
gonna shock everybody but myself.
When we gotta take you to the hospital for fucking damages, don't be mad at us.
That uppercut gonna rain on his little short ass. He gonna come with that fake Tyson shit, get fucked up.
Mario,
don't let him say this, Mario.
Do it, Mario. Hey, give me Uzcategui, man. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers on this plant.
Yo, come on. Listen, hold on. And you know what? We'll save it for Friday. All good. I'll see you Friday.
Yeah. Give me Uzcategui. That's what I'm looking for. You already know I got Haney. Big Baby. What that motherfucker say about Big Baby and Ortiz? I called the back.
Mike, your whole driver's license information is all out.
What? What's going on?
Hey, go on, Javi.
Man, what the fuck is Mike doing?
Oh, Mike just put his driver's license. Yo, Javi, hold on. Listen, you're on Skype, so you can't see the little things.
Mike gonna have that fan mail now.
fuck fan mail. Mike finna get his fucking shit stolen.
Dude, drinking too much.
There's somebody about to open up a fucking mortgage in his name.
Shit, they gonna open up shit in my name, trust me.
Hey, what else? Who else? Hey, bro, y'all
talk about Amir Khan. Mario said Amir Khan.
Man,
damn, Ron, that's all right.
Hey, who you got Friday night, Javi? Haney or Xolisani?
He said Haney.
He said Haney.
My bad, man. Damn, calm down. Shit.
Hey, can we stop talking? I don't even want to talk. Why the fuck we talk about Khan and Crawford more than we talking about AB and Broner, bro? I mean, AB and Pacquiao.
I do my best, but my best wasn't good enough.
Because one got a chance and the other don't?
Bruh, what? What you say?
I said because one got a chance and the other don't.
Shut that stupid shit up, man. I ain't gonna, man. You
cut it.
Going out to our new mastermind on Skype, Elms. Talk to me.
Yo. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's late over here, so I'm a bit tired, but you guys got me dying over here, man.
Bro, you ain't got no iPhone?
Yeah, I got one.
Send me a message. I sent you like 7 messages on Patreon, bro. You ain't got no notifications on.
I'll message you back. Still, look at it now. Yeah, unless you're a bully, bro. You're just a bully.
You about to get bullied every day in that chat now. You don't know what it's like in there, bro.
Say no more. Hey, you need to give Mike some time off because this motherfucker, he's sleep deprived.
Right. I'm sleep deprived.
That's why he showed his license by.
He showed his ID.
No. See.
Here it is, guys.
Nothing I do is random, bro. Trust me.
Explain it. No, explain after his call. Let him get his
Mike going after the ladies. He put his address out there like,
nah, damn. Why? No, it's not even about that. A dumbass in the chat said, "Oh, Mike don't even have a fucking driver's license." When I went out and took my fucking driver's test, bro, like you have to prove it to him. Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? No, seeing is fucking believing.
You don't even have
seeing is believing.
You could have just
That's
said
all this
yes.
goddamn me fucking say yes shit.
You don't have
I
credit
don't cloud
card.
chase.
So
Yo, let Elms get his call.
I drive chase.
Right. You fucked up the alley-oop I threw you with the Crawford situation. I want to say as well, Plant ain't winning shit. Sorry to tell you guys. This guy is gonna fuck him up.
Who?
Uzcategui's gonna mess him up still.
We'll see.
Nah, it's not. Plant ain't beat no one, and he's not. He's like pot shots, one shot at a time. It ain't gonna be enough. He's gonna get done in the later rounds.
Uzcategui ain't got that wilder power, man. And Keller Plant is a boxer, bro.
Yeah, but he ain't proven. And you're gonna see. It's gonna like.
He about to prove it to you.
All right. What else? Everything else is just A-side fights. It's late as fuck. I'm signing out. See you, man, tomorrow.
Elms, man, thanks for calling in. Upgraded to the mastermind. Listen, I've been saying this out loud repeatedly. This chat gets it doesn't stop. Mike don't sleep. So like you say, he's sleep deprived. Now you about to see just how much.
Yeah, he about to see for real.
Mike was getting abducted in the chat too. He was eating dinner and the motherfucker got abducted. Like, oh shit.
Now Ron had put that fucking hot sauce in there. Like, damn, like Showtime really like listening to shit. I'm big up to Showtime.
Hey man, I told you they listening, bro. They told you they listening, bro. I mean, we gonna be all right though.
No, Ken, I ain't got none of them, bro. I ain't got nothing.
All right, now it's time to go to JD in Texas.
What up, JD?
Boomerang status.
KD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to do, so just try to get on my game on boxing. I don't know why they gonna call me, but I'm a 54 pounder. But I have a brother that's at 160.
Southside the realest, drug dealers, killers. Hope that you feel us.
Yo, what's going on? Yo, appreciate that question, man, about the Peterson not twins but brothers, man, because like, to be real, that's like their story is in my top 5 of, because we all know boxers go through the hardest stories, but like once you hear that shit, like these two little brothers sleeping in cars and shit, you know what I mean, and he just took them in, I just think that's dope, you know what I mean. It's something to be talked about. And damn, could you imagine a movie? You know what I mean? But anyway, he said he'll be down for that shit. So, might have to hit Casual up. You know what I mean? Get a little documentary going. We need to hear this story in depth. But as far as the fights go, man, look, I can't wait to see my guy Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Tomorrow.
I like skills, man, and this is a skillful weekend because Caleb Plant is no joke. I'm thinking about dropping 200 on that boy if he if Vegas got him losing. So I mean, I guess with that being said, I'm going with Caleb Plant for sure. So I'll be calling in Sunday for the Crow if I need it, but I don't think so. I think Caleb Plant gonna make this shit look easy. You know what I mean? I really don't think it's gonna be a tough fight. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go with the boxer. And to the interview earlier, like, these people got to cut this shit out with Ortiz, man. I swear, man. How the fuck is Miller like bigger than Ortiz now? Is that what we doing? You should have checked his ass on the spot, man. We can't be letting these dudes get away with that bullshit, man. I don't give a damn how much time was left. You gotta cut that shit short. But that's all I got, man. Shout out to Jeff.
Yo, y'all see how good this fight is? Like, people are calling in like, nah, Uzcategui got it. Definitely. Nah, Plant got it. Like, this is a good ass fight.
Going to New Orleans.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Yo, what up, Eno?
What's down, bro? Shit, Brown is tripping out shit, man. You know, he a little youngster though. Like, I don't expect Brown to understand what's really going on out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Louisiana high, so the hottest shit on the fucking mouth. You hear me? That shit was Frank. That's Frank shit all right. But if you from the South, you was on that Louisiana shit, man.
Goddamn right.
Let's get back to the real. Let's get back to the real boxing before they make a hashtag out me or something. You hear me? For putting the real out there. You dig? I'm gonna go with Caleb Plant over Uzcategui, if I'm pronouncing that right. You know what I'm saying? And then we're not picking on a Broner fight yet, huh?
Nah.
So no Broner gonna get his ass whooped now.
That's next week.
All right, I'm gonna hold that down. All right, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that day, you dig?
You got Devin Haney winning tomorrow night?
That shit. Yeah. I got Devin Haney winning. I ain't even tripping on that. You heard me? But see that Ortiz shit, Ness? Shit, bro. Ness, you letting a lot of motherfuckers like make it like that, dog. Man, I ain't gonna do that interview, but I ain't gonna let that man make it and put Ortiz down like that. You heard me? Everybody talking about they want to fight everybody but that dude, man. I'm tired of that shit going on in boxing, bro. They knew that man Amir just figured in the heavyweight division. Y'all got plans on fighting everybody but him. You know, man, Dillian White, man, with that shit. Big Baby, Dillian White full of shit, man. Either fight each other or fight Ortiz. That's my call.
Good call, you know. Yeah. I mean, you got to agree with them. Either fight Ortiz or fight each other. Let's go. If you can't get the big fight, of course.
You don't need to fight.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean. My man get it.
Yo, what up, TBV? Shout out to Platinum Girl Scout. Listen, everybody know Mario is the Rio Grande chapter of the Amir Khan Artist Club. Stop selling Amir Khan. Stop selling this shit, man. I'm gonna shut your organization down, man. He's spectacular at fucking what? When? Now listen, there was a point in his career, again, at 140. I mean, we've seen a lot of fighters do what he did, and that's why we're questioning them. I'm not putting them in the same category, but the reason why we question them because they went from 140 to 147, and what did they show us? Amir Khan might be the blueprint of that. And then it was Danny Garcia. So it's no disrespect, because again, I'm a fan of Bud, but why you think we questioning Bud, Mike? Because it's a history of certain niggas fucking around at 140. By the time they step up to 147, they might not do all of what they did at 140.
True.
So that's why you can't sell us. That's why you can't sell it to this Amir Khan shit. It's going to be a good fight, and my problem is, as great a fight as it going to be, that shit should not be pay-per-view.
I agree.
That shit should not be fucking pay-per-view. And the fact that it's pay-per-view or not, to me, has no bearing on the quality of it. To me, it's a good fight. I guess it's the fight we're going to see. Top-ranked diet. I mean, I wish he was fighting a PBC fighter, but I'm going to take what I can get. Now, even if it was on ESPN Plus, because I fuck with ESPN Plus, I will be fine, man. But the fact that it's pay-per-view, I'm going to find a way to see it. But that's all I really got to rap about, man. Great show tonight. And listen, man, I'm a hungry fighter. That's what boxing is about, man. Y'all talking about the Lamont Peterson story. Y'all niggas need to tell the King I Mean story. I'm a hungry fighter from the ghetto. I need me a motherfucking sponsor. Sponsor me for Border Wars, man. Maybe one of these punk motherfuckers from the UK. Idris, you know what I'm saying? Sponsor me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Throw me in the ring. Anybody between motherfucking 185, 195. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how tall are you?
Ghetto, man. Sponsor me.
I mean, how tall are you?
Look at Mario fake scouting.
No, I'm asking him. I'll fight him. I'll fight him.
If the nigga, you
hey, he heard you.
I asked him how tall he is. Listen, real quick. Listen to me. I mean, real quick. The reason why I want to take on someone like you is because I know that after it's over, we'll be cool. Like, I mean, I've known you for a long time. You know, it ain't no hate.
I would love that shit. Sponsor me. Please don't let me waste my kids. I would love
Cut it. Still ain't tell me how tall he was.
Hell no. Mario's a heavyweight. Mario's a heavyweight. He plus 200. That's my cherry.
Not anymore. Hell no, not anymore.
Look, he running out my division.
No, I'm not. I'll still take you. I don't give a fuck. I'll give you 20, 30 pounds.
Bruh, Ness, you not that nigga, man. You don't know who told you was that nigga. I don't know, man. I don't know. Bruh, damn.
Why ain't nobody shutting me up then?
I don't know, man. I wish. Nigga.
And listen, don't get
take me back 3 years right quick. Nigga, hopping. Nigga.
Don't get it fucked up. It's gonna be plenty dudes come out the woodworks now, but like AJ, told Wilder, and everyone before him. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know you. So until people know people, then all these new people. But there's plenty of heavyweights in my ecosystem that's ducking me. But I'm gonna make a decision. I'm gonna get somebody that Willy Wonka ticket. You know what I'm saying? I heard there's another belt out there. Maybe they're gonna do me like AJ. Since I'm the A side, maybe I get to put my IBF and get that vacant WBO. As a fake unification, the way AJ did it. I don't care. I'll do it.
Why don't we do like a Patreon post with like 3 potential opponents and they pick opponents?
God. Wait, potential opponents for me?
Yeah, you.
No, because the last time, that's what I'm saying. I'm the people's champ. I did that the last time. Like, it was this Mexican dude. He was 368 pounds. He was like 6'2".
He was what?
Yeah, 368 pounds. His name was Mexican Butterbean, 6'2", right? So I was set up to fight him, and then people like, nah, you know what? You need a tougher chance. So I put a poll like Mayweather, because that's what real dudes do. So I put a poll, yo, y'all want Big Hayes or y'all want Mexican Butterbean? They picked Big Hayes. I went in the ring with Big Hayes. But Mayweather didn't do that every fight.
Oh, you get a cherry. Okay, I feel
Javi is killing it in this chat. Y'all got to get on this chat. I'm telling you, it's limited spots though, right, Ness? We ain't going to let everybody in at some point. You got to cut it off.
Yeah, no. I think I got to check the limit on page.
These motherfuckers can hop in the chat. Niggas got their own page.
Javi is the funniest motherfucker I think I've ever come across.
These callers, we got a lot of them. Let's get some phone lines moving. Let me see. Double checking one more. Double checking the line. We never went to Jay Hardcore,
Javi said,
right?
Boomerang him back in.
Got to wait for all the other boomerangers and ringers as well. Did we ever go to Jay Hardcore?
No.
No, we didn't.
He calls into every show, so you know I get confused. I'm not sure.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
Jay Hardcore Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing.
BoxingVoice.com.
Okay.
Yo, boy, all this border war shit and everything. I'm about to throw my hat out there and shit, man.
Yo,
but I'm like,
what's your weight? What's your weight, Jay?
Yo, I'm 250.
Oh shit,
I'm 250, but I got some stipulations. Stipulations like Khan, boy. I'm 50 years old.
No,
man,
absolutely,
so young man sport.
Absolutely, no. That's why I was asking, because we actually have the only undefeated plus 50-year-old plus. Yeah, Info Joe he threw down in LA, baby. He threw down, but nah. I'm gonna go ahead and turn. Yeah, he did, but no, but you in a different division though. He's way smaller than you. If you a heavyweight, he way small. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this clock on. Let's do it.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the show. Everything is beautiful. Hey, I got to go with Louisiana hot sauce, man. I buy it by the fifth, man. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely for that. When it comes to Uzcategui and Plant, I'm going to go with the boxer, man. I think Plant got that. And this next one is for Javier, bro. Javier, I know you're a Broner fan and everything. I am too, bro. But I want to save you a few dollars. You heard it here first. Pacquiao gonna beat his ass like Madonna did, bro. And it's gonna be bad. So just keep your money in your pocket on that particular one, man. And just say Uncle Jay saved you a few, okay? I think that's pretty. Oh, I got Haney as well for the win. Matter of fact, I'm going with Haney on the knockout for this one. And shit, I guess that's about it.
Hey man, how did you clean up today at the poker table?
Oh man, it was so lovely, boy. I'm sitting back chilling right now, man. It was just a beautiful day at the poker game, man. Beautiful game. Going back tomorrow, man.
That good, huh? Damn.
I love this semi-retired life, bro. I love that semi. I play at least 4 or 5 times a week. Yeah, but yeah, man. As I say, no shoplifting. Patreon is beautiful. The chat is wild. My first night on the chat, boy, Enrique kind of wore me out a little bit. Boy. Yeah, that was my first time in the chat, and I see this video, boy. I didn't know what was going to happen next, Jack.
Yo, that Enrique.
You better be prepared, boy, because that was like a Friday or a Saturday night, boy, and I was like, what I get myself into?
Yo, I forgot about those.
Man, that shit was crazy that night, man. Enrique was on one.
Thank you for calling in, bro. You get Enrique on a fight night off the drink, it's over. You don't know what's going on in that chat. You don't know what's going down. I just added Elms in the UK to the chat. I gotta add
Enrique had a video of him listening to himself make a video. That shit,
what?
Shit was crazy, bro.
You could hear the previous video.
You
in
hear
that video.
Yeah, like what?
While he's talking over it. It shit was inception.
Like, yeah, man. I'm just like, man, I'm here and I really was just thinking about how they got the Pacquiao and Braun. Man, Braun is gonna get beat, man. And all calm and suave and shit up, man. You got the Enrique, boy. He is something else, man. Come to that chat, boy.
Hilarious. Yo, Mastermind chat is getting crazy, though. It's sticking there. I love it. Oh, really quick. We just want to give a quick announcement. Where we at? Boom.
If you like what you're hearing right now, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
So, let me see. No, not there. Not there. Not there either. Where the fuck is my drum roll? I always lose this drum roll. Oh.
You need to put one on each page.
Yo, if you notice, that one's different from yesterday because I got like 4 because I keep losing them. I got 4 different ones on 4 pages. But that drum roll was to stay. We're at 29%. Yesterday, we were at 26. We jumped a whole 3%. So shout out to the family. Shout out to Jay Hardcore. Definitely a dude that continues to hammer it in every time he calls in. Stainless every time he calls in. Reminding people, NO, R&V, continuously reminding people to get on Patreon and enjoy, take advantage of all the benefits, man. Download the free app. Be part of the family, truly.
AF Jet 80.
Just signed up really quick. Just don't forget, scroll down if you download the app or you're on the desktop or the laptop. Scroll down. There's actually a post there for Border Wars. Give us your vote on that. Go ahead, Mike.
AF Jet 89. We're talking about the pre-production chat where we go through and we pick out topics, and the Patreon members who are a mastermind get to be in that chat, and the chat gets wild, man. Anybody from me,
they get
Enrique, Ness,
Jay
Javier.
Harko was the one that found this morning's topic, I believe. I think he put that in there yesterday.
Absolutely right.
So yeah, they get to influence the show. They get to help us find what topics, they get to recommend, and it definitely influences the show. And it's kind of it's a mastermind. It's what it is. We all come together and we get the best topics, suggestions for the show. And now look, we got Elms in there. Let's see if we get that UK influence. We're gonna go to the super chat, and we got Joseph in Texas saying, oh, he's just I think I said that already.
And also we do a show every day on Patreon. Monday we got Untitled. Tuesday is Film Study. Wednesday is Prospect, where we go out and find a prospect who may not be unknown, and we try to make them be known. Thursday is Coming Creeping, and Friday is Bedding, baby. And this Saturday we got a special treat. Saturday we got a special treat.
Already coming for Javier.
Oh shit, man! It's jumping like that. It's jumping like that. Oh man!
His first message in the chat was, "Ha ha." I'm guessing that's Javier's fat ass.
Look at the second comment, though. Look at the second comment. Look what he put after.
The numbers be looking thick. Damn, Javi, how you gonna say your Texas is fat, yo? He playing you out, yo. All right, let's keep these phone lines moving. Did we get through all our boomerangers, all our ringers? We're doing the once over, the once over, the once over, the once.
Javier went back in too. Javier said he bring him back.
Yeah,
y'all done with the
Javier. Let's go. He's right.
Oh, y'all talking to me? My bad. I told Els bring his ass to the U.S. I'll be a disabled vet, but I'll fight that nigga. I don't give a fuck.
He keep throwing out this disabled shit ever since Border Wars start getting announced. You fake ass. You ain't no fucking vet.
Hey, you want my papers, nigga?
You just don't want. Hey, I'm gonna tell Deontay Alabamian don't want to fight. Big ass heavyweight trying to not fight.
I'll fight. Tell Deontay, but put me in camp.
Put you in camp. Mario said he coming for your ass.
Who?
Mario.
Man, if you don't sit Mario little roly-poly ass down, get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker 5'4", 273. He talking about something. He 185.
Yo, his heart.
Lying, Mario.
His heart 273 though.
He is 273, motherfucker. Ain't his heart, his body, motherfucker. What you talking about?
It's me, Mario.
Yeah. Hey, can somebody tell Mike to stop showing that personnel license? That ain't no damn driver.
My nigga, what's up, man? Are you trying to do me, huh, nigga?
Mike gonna have free furniture. You gonna have new furniture at his house.
Rent
a center gonna be calling him like, when you gonna bring shit back?
As soon as they go, nigga, they getting arrested. As soon as they go to rent a center, like, oh, so you Mike, huh? Come on with me then. Come on with me then. Are you Mike? Come on with me then.
Hey, tell Jay Hardcore it's all good. He the OG, but I'm sticking with AB, motherfucker. I ain't running from nobody. You already know what's up. All my AB bets, if I made that bet with you, we in this motherfucker. I'm going to see you January motherfucking 19th. Get my money ready.
Ain't you going, Javi?
Say what?
Ain't you going to the fight?
No. I ain't going to make that. I got to work. I got to work.
You got to make sure you can pay out these bets.
He ain't part of the hood in them.
No, he not.
Bro, I am. But AB already know. I already sent him a message. He said it's all good. He said we good, G. He said I'm going to hold it down for you. You feel me? So we going to get this money. And AB, me, we going to get this shit right, bro.
Yo, AB don't fight this week, man. What's up with you?
I know that, nigga. Don't tell me who fighting this week, motherfucker. I already made my picks.
So why you rambling right now?
Who you got next week?
It's my call. It ain't your call, nigga.
He called in to pick Mario. That's what he said. You called in.
Javier, man. Louisiana, a fucking red hot.
All he do is curse.
I told you what I got. Trappies bull, Louisiana.
Man, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Man, it's the same dude recommending that weak ass full moon Alabama.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. You're
I
right
didn't
about that.
recommend that, motherfucker. You gave me 2 choices.
Bro, Javi, Alabama lost the NCAA. Why are you so
Damn, they got their
energetic?
ass kicked, bro, by Clemson.
Well, Ohio State at. Shut your punk ass up.
Hey! Did you win the championship like Ohio State? Oh, we both didn't. You definitely didn't.
Enrique dropped the video in the chat. It's over.
Oh shit, we got a video. Enrique, he on it.
Like you would. That motherfucker ain't had no shirt on. He talking to himself.
Cut it. All right. Troy, Baltimore, talk to me.
What's up? Listen, I signed up, but I pretty much had jumped off and started cooking, so I don't even know how to use this thing yet.
Okay.
The Pantheon you always talk about.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll hit me in the inbox. Actually, I'm gonna hit you in the inbox. You can probably just walk me through it because right now I'm just on my phone. But anyway, that was a good interview, man. That's what you do best, actually, when you're with Barry, right? That was a great interview. And the same way that brother is on the phone with you is how he is every day. I had the pleasure of meeting him at the Golden Gloves at Sugar Ray's gym, I think about 2016, right?
Yes.
Real cool cat. And I don't understand why Big Belly's name keep coming up. What is the relevance of him when he hasn't done anything relevant?
I mean, it's your boy AJ. He's saying he might fight him in Madison Square. He's making him relevant.
Okay. And as usual, you left out the most important thing. He wanted to fight Wilder. That fight didn't come. In all honesty, he really should have been signed to fight White once Wilder said, "I'm not fighting you." He should have been because White earned it. White's earned it, so I don't see what the big hang-up is with White. Because everybody talks about Ortiz, but I watch White fight, and he's improving in every single time I'm seeing him fight. I don't see that with Wilder. I don't see any improvement. I kind of see him doing what he wants to do. He has the skills to be something else, but I don't know if he has the correct trainer or not. But that's just my opinion. And the last thing is, you have a habit of calling people sheep, but all you do is just repeat what Wilder tells you. So how is sheep calling people sheep? You gotta explain that.
Because I'm a shepherd.
Brother.
You're a sheep.
No.
I'm a shepherd.
No. Deontay would be the sheep. I mean the shepherd. You would be the sheep.
No.
You don't lead anything.
Deontay's just another shepherd. Deontay's another shepherd. That's all.
You're not a part of the camp, my good friend. You're just a mouthpiece for it. That doesn't make you a shepherd. That makes you a sheep.
I'm not even a journalist, right? So name another journalist that has better access to Deontay Wilder's camp for the last 5 fights than me.
I give you your props on that. So why am I gonna get into that with you? I'm simply saying you call other sheep.
I'm part of the camp.
While you're admittedly a sheep yourself, right?
You said I'm not part of the camp. I forced my way in there.
You forced your way in there. Yeah.
Troy, we love you. We going out to Cali. Where we going? We going to Cali to the undefeated Info Joe.
Mr. Info Joe.
Tell them the truth, yo. Tell them the truth.
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room from Cal? Info's in the house right now. What's up, my boxing brothers?
Yo, what's up, man? Some good old mess, man.
What up? What's going on, man? What the business is?
What's up, man? Hey, man. Oh, man. Much love from above, all my TBV fam. Hey, Ron, I'm going to leave this for you, man, because I know Ness ain't going to do it. Ron, can we get some old vets on the show to pick their brain about what they think about the current state of boxing, etc., and some of the old fights? Like Trinidad, Roy Jones, Chris Bird, etc., man. What you think about that, Ron?
100%. I mean, I would love to go back and dig down and learn more about eras that I grew up in. Like, I grew up watching Roy Jones when I was a kid, Eric Morales. Like that was the era when I was a kid. So I would love to do what I'm doing now and really understand what happened back then and why fights weren't made or were made and all the crazy stories. So 100% definitely want more historical value.
Me too, man. Me too, man. See if you can stay on Ness about that, man. All right. I know
That's gonna be a lot of work. I need everyone to help me with that because Ness don't like to go past like 2000s.
You know, I think I got a couple old timers in my book, man. Unfortunately, I still got Emmanuel's, rest in peace, but I think I got Larry Holmes. I think I got what's that dude? Everybody like? I definitely got Mustafa.
I mean, Virgil Hunter would fit that. I mean, he's not like irrelevant, but he's perfect.
I take Virgil today.
Let's get everyone. Let's get the Larry Holmes. Yeah.
Trinidad, we're gonna have to work on.
We need a transfer.
I got
hit up Bernard too.
I got Larry Merchant and Larry Holmes. And what's that middleweight, bruh? Barkley, right? Let me check that. Barkley.
I hit up Bernard.
Yeah, I got Iran Barkley too. I got Iran Barkley.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's
I hit up Shane Mosley.
I got a couple old timers I fuck with in my book. You know, that's Rolodex stick, man. It's just I don't be doing this whole interview thing. This is something new for 2019. We just bringing the pressure to the comp.
Y'all doing a good job, man. Hey, man, shout out to the boxing guys, man. I think this is the first 50-50 fight of the year. It should have got more pub than it's getting. Caleb Plant versus Jose Uzcategui. I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong, man. Fuck it.
Close enough.
This is a good fight, man. This is a 50-50 fight. The pure boxer against a good pressure fighter. Put me down for Plant. Always got to go with the boxer over the pressure fighter. And what do y'all think about the WBC weight bully rules? I take my shit off of the air. Let me know.
Cut it. Yo, I just want to say Joe went to the Vegas appreciation night. He met Caleb Plant, so his pick might be just as biased as mine. He met Caleb Plant. You know, they was playing pool together. You know, they was chilling on the patio. They was outside having tacos, you know, by a private chef. So I don't know. We might be influenced.
This is close enough to where like anything can sway you. I don't know if I'd say it's for sure like exactly in the middle 50-50, but it's definitely close enough to be considered you know, somewhere in the range of 50-50. So I mean, these are one of those fights that like, I mean, you could like the dude's hair and it sways your position.
Let's go to Solomon on Skype. Talk to me.
Yo. Flipping, yeah, man. What, Mario, the other day, yeah, you said like, what, Tyson Fury and, no, was it AJ and Wilder? Or Tyson Fury and AJ? When it's like not in your top 5. And then you said also with Spence and Crawford, like, so what other top 5 fights is bigger than those? I don't know what fights.
No, I said I did have Spencer and Crawford in my top 5. What I said was, listen, I have misspoke. What I meant to say was that that's not a top 5, that Tyson, Fury, and Joshua is not like a top 5 of all time. Like, it's not good enough to bring worlds together.
So give me a couple other fights that's relevant right now.
I don't think that there's any fights right now. I think if there were, then we'd be hearing the scuttlebutt about, you know, ESPN and Showtime or so-and-so coming together. I don't think there's any fights at that level of Mayweather Pacquiao right now. I think Joshua Wilder is the closest, and it might be there, but it might not.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But all right. Also, man, I just need to remind you, man, AJ is number 1, man. Until your man is proven, he's got a lot to lose. Like, AJ is the one. Your man ain't done nothing, really. Like, all he's done is beat Ortiz. He got a draw with Fury, but that's it. If you can name me 5 other fighters that he's fought and beat, but you can't. None of your callers can. It's dead. But that's it, man. Just remembering it. AJ is number 1. Your man's not number 1 until he beats AJ. You need to stop ducking Dillian White, man. Dillian White's got this work for everybody. But yeah, shout out, man. Salute.
Yeah, I agree. AJ is definitely number one.
What?
I said I agree. I think AJ definitely is number one in terms of like finances and stuff.
You said that your people have been fighting for 400 years.
Man, your peoples too.
So I just want you to explain what you mean by that.
You know what I'm talking about. Big on high. To this day. Still profile. To this day. Got these stacks. To this day. Ain't no egg. To this day. Like LDPC. To this day. Honey can't see me. To this day.
Oh, yeah, we fucking rocking out over here. Marcus in DC, talk to me, baby. To this day.
To this day. To this day. TBV, man. To this day.
Hey, man, listen. I know that fight ain't till next week, man, but let me tell y'all something, man. The Agent Broner that them dudes all know and loved, everybody supported, he been gone since 135. Period. Everybody been fighting. He been in the right fight with ring with people he was supposed to be. He beat them. The dudes that was supposed to be 50-50, they beat him. He not the same dude. Dude like the Pacquiao gonna stay busy, gonna stay on that front foot on him. He ain't ready for that. Too much pot in. Good dude. Wish better for him. But he got a problem on his hand. Pacquiao should change his name to Manny. Adrian got a problem on his hand, Pacquiao. Caleb Plant, the only question I had with him, yeah, he can box. One of the things that everybody, if you really follow boxing, every time that there's a real impressionable champion, you always see other people that fight like that champion until a new style comes out. Well, Ali did it. You've seen people like Pink Lon and all these other heavyweights trying to fight like that until Mike came, and Mike switched it up. Then you watch people try and fight like Mike or Lenore, all these other people, Bruce Elder, didn't work. Didn't do like Holyfield came. Big heavyweights came, the big heavy bowls. Floyd had this style. He had been doing it. He had been using it, and it worked for him. So many people now, they do it. But I don't know if Caleb Plant can bite down on his mouthpiece if it get rough. Every fighter ain't going to let you sit there, fight on your back foot, shoot the jab, hold each other, and just get through fights. My question is Xolisani, if he's getting outboxed and he decides to step down on the gas pedal, is Caleb Plant's preparation been enough to deal with somebody like him? I haven't seen him fight somebody that really is preparing him for a Xolisani that I saw against Korobov and the one I saw against Jarrell. So, I don't know. My picks are Devin Haney, Xolisani. I'll pick him this weekend, next week, Manny, Pac-Man, Pacquiao. Listen, man, only Hall of Famers beat Pacquiao, bro. Only Hall of Famers beat Pacquiao. And although Adrian are going in for a 4-time champion, we all know that one he did against Cobbler, Aliyev, whatever, that was just one to get him a championship. The ones he fought and won was 30. The one against Paulie, that was a show fight to make sure he get a title. The last title he really earned was at 35. Everybody else he beat, man, they was nobody. Manuel Taylor, Star Boxing, lost to Mikey. Dog fighting with Adrian Granado. Dog fighting with Jesse Vargas. He's just not the same fighter, bro. No disrespect to him. I fuck with him as a person, but he just ain't that fighter. So, man, I hear everybody putting that money out there talking about they betting, man. Say your money. Manny Pacquiao's an elite fighter. The man's not an elite fighter, man. TBV in the building, DC in the building, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, man, get on the phone call, go on YouTube, click the thumbs up, and then get back on the phone call, man. Y'all can leave them thumbs up, man. Just go on YouTube real quick, hit the thumbs up, and then close the app. Then stay on the phone, bro. Do like everybody else. All right, man. I'm out. Appreciate for the extra time. I'm out.
What it do, BBC family? It's your boy Dollar. If you want to beat like you heard on the show, hit me up on Instagram at DollarDibiase. That's DOLLA_DIBIASE. Let's get it.
Just because y'all see me with my head down, don't mean I'm asleep. I'm posting to IG. Chill out. Chill out.
I'm Barack Obama, and I support the Boxing Voice.
Gary in Texas, talk to me.
What was that, Ron?
I didn't play that. That's definitely nuts.
This is Barack Obama. I support the Boxing Voice.
Hello? Yeah, go for
Gary.
it, bro. What's up, Gary?
Yeah. I want Devin Haney. Give me Uzcategui. I don't like Caleb Plant. Yeah.
Caleb Plant doesn't have no power. And I met Caleb Plant back years ago. He was fighting in Houston on a Jamel Charlo card when Jamel Charlo fought Alicine. He fought on an undercard, and I saw him out afterwards, and thought he was special. I don't like Caleb Plant, so give me Uzcategui. What other fights this week? Oh,
one of the big ones.
Yeah, one Figueroa.
Okay.
There's Brandon Figueroa, Joey Spencer, Guillermo Rigondeaux.
Yeah, I want all the ace odds in those fights.
Absolutely.
Yo, everybody's sleeping on Plant. Like, this chat is being brutal to Plant. Now all of a sudden Plant ain't gonna win.
Man, please. I mean, it's just, man, maybe people are just falling into a narrative, man, and maybe Plant can go out there and outbox the shit out of.
I mean, I think it's
who's
like
that?
those Jarrell fights, though. I mean, you look at those Jarrell fights.
Darrell has been showing you who Darrell was, but you know what? I'm gonna make this money on my own. Fuck it, Gary whack ass is the one that said whoever. What's the
Rosales.
Rosales. Yo, what's the bum's name? This motherfucker said to take a second mortgage out on.
Rosales.
Yo, y'all gotta give Gary a shot. Come on, we all picked that before, like a fight like that.
Nigga, we asked y'all though.
That's what he get. You fuck out of here.
I always say don't bet what you don't know. So.
Charlie Edwards out here doing interviews and fucking press tours and shit now.
He made Charlie Edwards famous, this motherfucker.
Rock a blah, baby.
Yo, but how about Terence Crawford? Are we gonna get that fight? It's gonna happen with Amir Khan. Yo, you gotta love Terence Crawford. He don't care. He'll fight anybody. You see these other welterweights that fight lightweight.
Anybody that can't fucking punch.
Why so serious?
Let him know, Gary.
They're fighting dudes who got knocked out by Andre Berto with 7 losses. They're fighting Ugas. Yo, Terence Bud Crawford is the only one who will fight anybody. He don't care. Yo, Danny Garcia don't want that smoke. Keith Thurman is too scared.
Why the fuck you lying?
Next man up. How many world champions has Terence Crawford beat? Best resume in boxing. He'll fight anybody.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
best resume in boxing?
Tell me what guy at 140. Give me one of the best. The undisputed. How many guys were undisputed? So that's 1 or 2 right there.
Cut it. Cut it.
Shout out to my main man Gary.
Yo, but then why you ain't have my back when
Mario and
I
Mike
said
agree?
Khan was a good fight and you were shitting on him.
I need that old school song for Gary, man. Some old school shit. It just slipped my mind because I'm a pothead. So we're gonna keep it moving.
Bitch, I got that hot sauce.
Hot sauce. You ain't never gonna.
Let me bring a motherfucking alumni caller back around these parts, man. It's been a minute, but he's back. But first, little PSA.
Any of you radio personalities think you want smoke? Call me Mr. Chimney. I want smoke.
That was for me to buy time, but I still ain't find his intro.
We got a super chat from Monte Jenkins. Neither here nor there, but Canelo took 62.5% of the guaranteed fight. Plant will get fertilized by the Mayan soldier. Why did he bring Canelo into this?
No clue.
Oh, well, he said neither here nor there. So, okay. Gotcha.
Well, we're going to go out to L.A. Alumni caller, compa.
What up, Boxing Boy?
What up, Mario?
What up, Ron? What up, Mike?
What up, compa?
Hey, what up, man? Hey, so I'm excited for the fight this week, but I got to give it to Uzcategui. I think he's fought the better. He has a better resume, but my TBV bias, man. I'm gonna be rooting for Plant. And dude, it's a good card. You got the return of Rigondeaux. Who else is on there? Omar Figueroa.
Brandon. Yep.
Hey,
Brandon Figueroa.
What was it? Khan Crawford. It's a good fight, man. Khan, he's always in exciting fights. But I mean,
let's be honest, man. He doesn't have the best chin, so I could see Crawford stopping him in the first 3 rounds. Did you guys see Khan's last fight? He got dropped by Vargas. Who was it? Samuel Vargas.
Correct.
So I don't know, man. I think you guys should save your money and just watch that shit on Instagram, the highlights.
Damn, he said it was gonna be that short.
How
you say such a thing?
What's up?
Hey, didn't they offered Pacquiao that fight with Crawford? I think after he took the L to Horn, but I didn't they lowball him, and I think Crawford wanted him to fight him at 140. Am I wrong or right?
Man, I don't know, bro. I barely try to follow Crawford negotiation news because it's always whack shit.
Yeah, man. Hey,
how dare you? How dare you say such a thing?
They do in-house fights.
That's all they do.
90 seconds.
Hey, good looking out, boxing boys. Let's go, baby.
You already know.
Appreciate it.
Let's go. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. Hey, Ness. Hey.
Yo, what up?
Ortiz, man.
What?
Ness.
What?
Hey, everybody's ducking Ortiz.
Oh,
man.
of course,
I don't know,
man.
they're trying to downplay him like he ain't shit.
They don't want none of that work.
Fight him. Stop ducking, homie. Let's go. Woo! TBV, baby.
60 seconds.
Bye.
Yo, I love the energy, man.
They don't want none of that Ortiz work, B. They don't want none of that Ortiz work. Gabe, Salt Lake City, talk to me.
Drive. Yeah, what's up?
No drive-by. That was an accident.
No. All right. Shows up. Caleb Plant, Uzcategui. You know what? I think Plant's going to come out, probably outbox him for the first probably 3 rounds, 4. And Uzcategui is going to put that pressure on him, man. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it. I think he's going to crack. I think Uzcategui is either going to get him out in the late rounds, probably the 11th, probably the 10th, 11th round. And that's my prediction for that fight. Is David
10 seconds.
Fighting at 130 or 135?
David Haney?
Am I completely off?
Haney?
Yeah.
35.
You're 35.
So him and Teofimo Lopez, that's kind of a collision course down the line, right? When you say
Yeah, they had a coming.
That ain't happening. Haney's his own promoter. He's on Showtime, and he got on Showtime alone. So
yeah, that ain't happening until it makes sense.
Definitely ain't going to no Top Rank to fight over there. They're gonna have to, No,
I'm just saying a collision course. Down the street. Down the line.
Yeah, maybe in another division. I think they'll find each other in another division because in this division they'll be too busy in their own universes.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Well, I got Haney winning easy. I would like him to step it up in competition because I know the guy's undefeated, but I think he's from South Africa or something like that.
He sure
I don't really
is.
know his name. Yeah. So I know where he's from. I don't know his name. So I just hope it step it up in competition because he's around that 20 fight mark. I guess he is fighting a good prospect right now. So it should be a good fight. Also, I wanted to talk about Thurman, the Thurman fight. And you guys, I want to compare it to some recent history because I'm kind of trying to see the same pattern with Thurman. Peter Quillen, before that Jacobs fight, didn't he take like a 2-year hiatus as well? I don't know. Did he get injured? Did he just
Who, Danny?
Sport? I remember watching that.
You talking about Peter?
No, Peter.
Yeah, he definitely's been out, but he's had about 2 tune-ups. He's about to have this Caleb Truax fight. He changed trainers.
No. He was saying before the Danny Jacobs fight, did he take a hiatus?
Before that,
yeah.
All that hype.
Yeah. His uncle or I believe or his grandfather passed away of cancer. And he had the baby. And that's when he vacated the WBO for Korobov to fight, I think, Andy Lee. Then he came back and fought and got a draw.
But Andy Lee, then he fought Danny Jacobs, right? That was the big hype fight.
Yeah.
That's what I see Thurman coming back, man. That's the comparison I see. I see Thurman coming back and just getting handed by Spence or any of the top.
Cut it.
I was giving you extra time,
Yeah,
Gabe.
but he kept on going.
And you dare say that Thurman's coming back to get handed by Earl or one of those guys?
I'm for sure. We got a super chat from Julio Ocho. Bama Bowl missing. We still got the 250 to this day. To this day.
To this day.
Bama Bo's actually on the line, or Bo from Bama. I don't know why he's fucking up his name. Bo from Bama. And Bo, I will confirm, I have gotten the PayPal deposit from Julio Ocha, who has put 50 down towards the 250. He says this week he'll pay the other 50. He put the $50 deposit down to see if you're serious. So let's go to Bo.
To this day. Fuck you mean? Goddamn right I'm serious. Have I ever?
Fuck you mean?
Fuck you mean? So I'll if you can send me the PayPal to my Instagram. I talked to Mike on Instagram. I talked to Ness on Instagram. I talked to Ringwalk Danny on Instagram. Shimmy, you know what I'm saying? I talked to goddamn the boxing boys page. That fucking Ringwalk Danny Instagram should be funny as hell, bro. I don't know what he in Vegas living his best life. But,
hell yeah!
About the boxing shit, man.
He a little movie star,
bro. That should be funny as hell. I don't know. I don't even know this dude. I ain't never talked to him on the phone or nothing. I talked to you guys, but never him. And that I follow him on the gram though. That shit funny as hell, bro. He be living his best life. He got like 5 other females with him, and they be going in, bro. But anywho, I got Devin Haney, man. I got Rigo. I think I'm gonna take that Chucky Moises Flores. I think I'm gonna take him over Figueroa, man. I think they fight this weekend. I'm gonna take Flores, bro. Like that's my sleeper pick. I put 10 on that and win like 150. You know what I'm saying? So I put 10 piece on it. Of course, I got Caleb Plant, Julio Hearn. You been ducking, saying all this. I'm hiding and I can't be found. I've been calling you out in the chat all week, bro. I'm gonna put my 50 up right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? You've been calling me out on the line, but you never in the chat. I'm everywhere. I'm on the phone, in the chat, in Patreon, watching live fight chats. Join Patreon, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere, Julio. You never there. And Ness, your matchup for Border Wars should be Robbie Hearn, baby. He was calling you out a whole lot before he dipped it, but yeah.
Yo, fam. Tune in
Robbie
Saturday.
Hearn,
Tune in Saturday at 10, bro. They all ducking me is all I'm saying. They all ducking me.
Robbie Hearn was calling you out, bro. He was talking shit, bro.
Yeah.
Before he left, he was saying he wanted to fight.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted it in the UK.
Exactly. Border Wars is for Texas. People already got their flights, plans. I mean, the whole Border Wars is going to fly to the UK? I should have
known he was going to dip after that, bro.
Of course.
I should have known that was going to happen because he got emotional. Then he started talking about fighting and shit. Every time before they leave, bro, they start talking about fighting. Think of the history. You got the fights all on film. They always start talking about fighting, then they dip. But anywho, I'm out.
We got a super chat from John Dijon. Ortiz's name been mentioned more in this chat than any other fighter, but he's unknown. I'm just saying.
Man, that's deflection.
And Julio Ocho, he back. I'm here. Let's do it.
All right. Who do we got? And no, you want your boomerang status?
You know he do. Whoa, what up, Beno?
Yeah, man. You already know I want that boomerang, bro. You know what I'm saying? But man, I want to touch on this, bro, before I lay it down. You know what I'm saying? And look, shout out to all my truck drivers out there, bro. Look, man, get on that Patreon. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can skip the line for when y'all be on the interstate. Y'all losing signal. You gotta hang up, call back, and jump at the back of the line and all that because it's first come, first serve. So go ahead and get on that Patreon, bro. Get your regular, your mastermind and your boomerang on, you know what I'm saying? But look, I want to touch on this, bro. This Amir Khan shit, bro. Like, This dude, bro, he done ducked the whole 147, dog, and jumped up and went for Canelo. Now he gonna come back after he got flatlined. Now he get the Crawford fight. Like, Khan, Berto, Broner. I'm tired of all these cats getting shot at the fucking shot, man. Brandon Rios, like, man, get these dudes out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Let all of them get their issue, and what after they finish getting their issue on this rip, come on, bro, we gotta get these dudes up out of here, man. These dudes straight counting the people and running the fraud out here, man. I better not see neither one of these dudes in a big fight after this, man. Look at Josecito Lopez, man. He got a shot at Thurman. Like, man, that's my call, man. You gotta start cracking down on these cats, bro. We need the old.
Come on, man. Thurman coming off of 2 years off. Not Crawford. Crawford in the prime of his career.
I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you. But it's not really Thurman. It's Lopez. It's like I'm trying to see like he got. So he done got Canelo. I'm tired of these cats, bro.
Yo,
like,
but he get him as a tune-up, bruh.
Yeah, but like I said, that's more towards Josecito than Thurman. I know Thurman, he coming off an injury.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Nah, he's saying that it's about Lopez. He don't want to be seeing. He's gotten all these chances and he's never really done nothing.
I know, and that's what I'm telling him. That Lopez is always coming in as a tune-up, not as a chance getter.
He's saying he want to see him in there with a different tune-up.
Yeah, just a different. Now I'm tired. It's like if Robert Guerrero will come back right now. He'll be in a championship fight with somebody, man. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Come back. I heard Mazdana about to come back, man. Watch he get a title shot.
Chino back in the building.
Cruiserweight.
Hey, look, one more thing.
Yo, Maidana Broner pay-per-view after Broner lose to Pacquiao.
You putting that in the air, Ness. You putting that in the air.
No, that's real talk. No, that's a real statement. That shit can happen.
Absolutely. We got a super chat from Jab Left Hook. TBV is addicted. Best new cast ever.
Yo, and we got 170 thumbs up. Please smash that thumbs up.
We should have 227.
Come on. Oh, is it up? Oh, my bad. I just checked.
No, I'm saying we got 227 eyes.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
We need 227 thumbs, right? I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Let's go. Hit it, iTunes, everything.
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
I always wanted to be from Long Beach.
JP from Long Beach, talk to us.
LDBC.
Hey, man. Uzcategui plant basically symbolizes the start of PBC season. I mean, this is what Al intended the whole time. We wanted this right out the gate. And we got a little bit right out the gate, but it dropped off. But we always said he didn't build pay-per-view stars. No one's a pay-per-view star. But look how many notables we have, i.e. Plant Uzcategui. We all know who these guys are, and it's a compelling-ass fight. And there's a plethora of more names. And on the schedule, you see every fight stylistically is compelling, man. And this fight, you're getting the best of the both worlds. You're getting a high-class brawler in Uzcategui, and you're getting a high-class slickster in Plant. But here's an interesting thought about Plant. Plant is a white guy, and it's very, we haven't seen a white fighter be a star in a long time in boxing. But Plant got it, for a lack of a better word, of the blackest fight style. His fight style is blacker than the Charlos, Broner, Errol Spence, all of them. So Plant is very interesting, and if you try to think of his trajectory, if he were to keep winning, it'd be interesting to see what kind of star Caleb Plant would be. Pacquiao Broner, I hate it. I just feel it's a total money grab, just blatantly. And it's deserved for a legend like Manny Pacquiao. You get to do these kind of things when you're a legend in boxing. Fight a kangaroo, fight a nigga who know karate, whatever. But Adrian Broner don't deserve to be on this plateau. He don't deserve to get this money. He needs to be fighting competitively. He's in a prime, he's 29 or so. He needs to be fighting with the rest of the dogs at welterweight. But he can't. And we all know it. And half of us, we still sitting back. And he told us as much. He said, y'all still going to watch me. Y'all still going to pay for my shit. And look at us. I'm not paying for that shit. Adrian Broner, half the people out there still waiting for him to put it all together. It's never going to happen. I think Manny Pacquiao is going to beat him to a fucking pulp. That's what's going to happen there. Far as the drop off in welterweight, I feel like there's a drastic drop off at welterweight after you get past Crawford, Spence, and Thurman. Now you could say Danny Garcia fought Thurman competitively. Garcia, Broner, Porter fought Thurman competitively, but you couldn't never imagine Danny or Porter winning that fight. It was pretty handily handled by Keith Thurman. And I think it would be the same for all of them. So I think Manny Pacquiao could be the fourth best fighter in welterweight, but he's not fighting anybody anymore. Hey, Ness, one more thing for y'all should do to add to like the Patreon. And look, dude, I didn't got on Patreon 4 times. I don't know why I keep getting bumped, but add old fights. Let's do some film reviews on old fights. I just seen the Sugar Ray and Duran Part 1. Most people just know about No Mas, but Part 1 is a dope-ass 15-round fight, and I don't think Sugar Ray should have lost it. Check it out.
All right, JP. Hey, listen, man. Sometimes you got to check the credit card or the debit card that it's associated with your Patreon account, and make sure that it's being hooked up. But I told Ron has to, like, I don't know, Monday morning he's got to be like, yo, Ness, this is the post. I think you should put up. Should we do this fight? And we poll it, and then you guys decide. You look, whatever you guys want. Essentially, that's what Patreon is, bro. You guys are the bosses. We work for you, and we get to our 100% goal.
We can put some old school stuff because Ness probably hasn't seen the first Sugar Ray and Duran. You probably only know about Noma.
I did. I watched the documentary on Duran, but yeah, I would love to watch it together. It's not a thing that I would go do it
alone. Yeah, I agree. I seen that fight, and I used to watch. Man, I used to spend hours a day watching old ass fights to get caught up so that I could see what people were talking about. But yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun to watch those fights. Like, I don't know if we should go so far back, like, black and white days. Like, a lot of that film, it's really hard to watch.
If it ain't in HD, count me out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So Ness gonna only watch the 2000s then.
No, well, I don't mean HD, but like I think like most of Leonard fights are good. If it's on HBO, like, well, no, I shouldn't even say that.
Like Gotti Ward. Let's start there. That's not too old, and they still got HD. Julio in LA.
Hey, what's going on, Ness? On TV. Okay, well, on Amir Khan and Crawford, I don't know what Amir Khan's doing, but he's over here hiring all these Brazilian trainers and shit, trying to come up with the way to cover his fucking chin. Get the fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying? And Pacquiao, Broner, I'm sorry, but I got Pacquiao. Even though Broner's a good-ass fighter, David Haney, he's going to take that fight, and Xolisani will take this fight. And then that's a great show, guys. I'm out.
Hey, real quick, man. I just thought about it, bro. I've been thinking about it. I went to the refrigerator, got something to drink, came back, thought about it again. I'm changing my pick, man. I'm going with Caleb Plant. I've seen a spar. I've seen a spar in the Mayweather gym. Been through some wars. I mean, I think because what JD brought up, man, he can really box. When I thought about it, like, the guy has good movement, good skills, work off the jab real good, and good combinations. And I just think Jose may be too one-dimensional. And if he is,
totally is, bro.
If he is, that could be a major problem.
Bro, this dude came out of nowhere. He was a tune-up that overachieved. Like, yeah, he beat Korobov. Okay, Korobov was never a world beater. He got clout because Quillen didn't fight him, and we thought highly of Quillen, and he was a champion at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it looked weird of Quillen to be like, you know what? I'm not going to fight him. But what's Korobov's biggest win? That's right, Uzcategui. Like, I mean, I guess now Jamal Charlo, you want to give him credit for looking decent? I don't know, man. It is what it is. This has been a long one. Been a long one.
So I go sometime.
Yeah, Mayorga Trinidad. I'm sorry, I saw that in the comments. That's a good fight. That's a good fight.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Mayorga
New outro, okay.
Mayorga Trinidad. I ain't going back to watch fucking bum ass Mayorga smoking cigarettes, disrespecting the game. Every time he stepped it up, got hooked off on. Yo, he was always looking for a way out. When he would step up the level of competition, he would just put his hands down and be like, "Yeah, punch me." Stick his chin out so you could punch him and knock him out so he could get the fuck out of this, smoke more cigarettes, bro. Hit the thumbs up button, future, present, past, doesn't matter. Helps with the visibility of the show. Whether you're watching this now, tomorrow, doesn't matter, you know? Yeah, all right. Talking about fuck off, Ness. He's a G. A G at smoking cigarettes and getting his ass beat. Fuck out of it. Yo, he was the Nicaraguan version of Adrian Broner, bro. They used to bring him in because he could sell tickets. Shane brought him in when he was already retired and let him smack his girl out. He exploited his own wife. He was like, "Yo, smack my girl's ass so we could sell tickets."
His big window was Vernon Forrest, though. That's after Vernon Forrest.
That was a highlight of his career. Overachiever, bro. Highlight of his career. Vernon Forrest beats Sugar Shane Mosley twice, and out of nowhere comes this motherfucker and beats Vernon Forrest. But everything else, Ricardo Mayorga versus
Oscar De La Hoya,
Mosley,
Trinidad.
Everybody started pounding on him. Trinidad did him dirty.
A real quick sidebar. I've been on the WhatsApp with Tunde Ajayi. He's Anthony Yard's trainer / manager. Also, I hit up Anthony Yard on his IG. He responded. Expect some big news next week. I kind of got a inclination of who the opponent is, but I told him I'll wait until they give me the green light.
Yo, who's this dude? He said, "I'm not betting on nobody called Uzcategui. They used to eat psychedelic plants for breakfast." What the fuck? Look at it.
I don't know what that means.
Jab, left hook. Shane Mosley, fine ass wife. Trinidad knocks Mayweather the fuck out at 47. Says Primetime Pugilistics. Always in the chat, man. Shout out to you. Aaron the Hater, shout out to you. Jab, left hook, shout out to you. Monte, shout out to you. Fresh BX, roll call. Island 834, roll call. New York Bullet, roll call. Gil, Tom, Gil, the ambassador of New York. Tom, Mila. No, Mila, we fucking timed your ass out. And we put you out for good.
We got anybody scheduled for tomorrow?
What's tomorrow, bro? You don't know.
Friday. Mario, look at the calendar.
What did I tell you? I probably did ask somebody for Friday. I swear.
Nah, you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You didn't.
I did. Friday.
Then you didn't tell us then.
Friday evening show. Y'all lying.
Oh, Friday evening? Nah, you never said nothing about that for sure. Hell nah.
I didn't. Actually, Friday was supposed to be
Banks.
Mike wanted to do something, and I was like, nah, not Friday. Do it next week.
I want to do Regis, and you said do it next week.
Yeah, we got Regis down, but not for tomorrow.
Monday at 3. It's already.
I'm very excited for that interview.
We can put Joey Spencer next week too, because he has the press conference.
We'll see, because I was supposed to get Lamar White and Dillian White.
Dillian White's brother, really?
Yeah, both of them. Supposed to be both of them this week. So we'll see. If not this week, next week. But we working. Why you other niggas?
Shout out to Gil, who definitely in the chat was giving us love, because man, we went strong. We did like a 3-hour show this morning, got like a 4-hour show today. I mean this evening. Plus y'all went live with the Broner Pacquiao.
Word is born. But we out, man. That's GTO, Instagram, Twitter, patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We at what I said, 29%. Trying to get to that goal of 100. Give us that stability to hit the ground running. Yeah, we're back with another one mañana at 9 a.m. Do it all over again.
At Mario Mungia on Twitter, at Mario Mungia on Instagram. I'll see y'all in the morning.
Real quick, if y'all want us to get those Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren interviews, go to that Twitter, go to the IG, and hit them up, because we We've been hitting them up in their inboxes. They're just not getting back to us. IG Gross 1911, Twitter Gross 2312.
Oh shit! Jose gonna come in at the last fucking minute, Jose.
And he the WBC champion, so you gotta respect it.
This motherfucker.
Bring him in.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. You know what? It's too late. I don't need the intro, man. It's all good. You know what? This is the thing, man. I'm a Patreon, man. I'm a boss. You guys can't leave until you've said bye to the boss. You know, that's how it is, man. I'm a boss in the ring and out of the ring. So you guys put in a hard day's work today. Appreciate it very much. Mario, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Mario, you know what? I think it's finally time we can acknowledge you, man, and say thank you. You know, we had to bet the over-under on when you were going to leave, and you've officially passed that, man. So congrats, bro. Glad to have you back.
I appreciate that, man.
Oh, Mario looking for that Border Wars work, dog. He's in your division, FYI.
Oh, really? How tall are you, Jose?
Good. Like 5'9".
Oh, I can make that work.
Hey,
I'm a little heavier than you, but you're a lot taller than me. So
Mario wants at work what he's trying to say.
Thing, you know, Mario. Mario, we've been around here forever, man. So we like stability, continuity. So hopefully you stay with the brand, man. Need you to stick around. Ron, good
yes,
job.
Sir.
With you, Mike. You know. So at this point, everyone's kind of leaving it anyway. So I just thought I'd pump those tires up a little bit. As usual, we need you guys because Ness is always talking nonsense, man. Vargas lost, by the way. Fernando Vargas lost to that Nicaraguan bum, just so you know. So Ness, you got to get your facts straight there, man. So
Fernando Vargas did lose to him.
Point, I'll let you guys get some rest. I'll hear you guys bright and early again. And to all my UK fans, have a sweet night, boys. You know, we appreciate you guys very much. The American Sheep, you know, you guys gotta watch who you follow, man. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace.
Hey, as a matter of fact, Ness, read that last super chat we got. I think it was directed at Mario.
Yo, why is yo, this is hilarious.
Why I see super chats like 20 minutes late?
I can't wait for this Border Wars. Why I just get a text from the heavyweight to beat Aaron Cantu, the former LA correspondent for TBV. Now he's in San Antonio. He will be going to the fights. All these San Antonio fights and Dallas fights, he'll be going to cover them with Mario. You know Aaron, he does his own little green screen play-by-play on YouTube right here on our channel. So look. His opponent sends this.
Ooh.
Damn.
And his opponent is like, that's Aaron. I don't know how he got Aaron's message, but he's like, bruh, tell Aaron there's no bitch boss. Because word is born, Aaron and my opponent had the bitch. That's why, listen, I dropped my opponent, but I ain't knock his ass out because he had the bitch ball. Put that bitch ball on. You can't get knocked out. You can't even get your eyes ain't gonna water with my peppermint jab because you got the bitch ball on. So he want to make sure ain't no
pepper and jab.
So you know, man, Bama Bo has been paid. He paid his $50 to the Boxing Voice, and he's ready for the competition. So let's get him on.
What was that? Your social security card?
Oh,
Goddamn Mario, man.
I'm gonna do my final ending of my final thoughts. You can find me at Ron G FIQ. I think Caleb Plant's gonna win this, and from that point, you guys will remember today as the notorious day that Mike asked Adrian Broner what was his favorite hot sauce.
Bitch, I got that hot sauce.
And you gotta get this man a hot sauce hat, man. He will be Mike Hot Sauce Gross.
I don't think Aaron taking a fight. Aaron said, "This is my only clause, period. Since you want to be on an even playing field." And he sent me the Reyes face saver. I would never wear some shit that on the store site is called face saver. Nigga, only face. I'm saving my own face. Motherfuckers putting that bit.
Oh man, don't let him do it like that, can too.
I told Sean the same shit. I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think Sean put have it on when he fought you.
But
you know what might be fair though, to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to save Aaron for nothing. I'm just saying like what might end up being fair because I want to fight. I want to be on the undercard. I think it would be fair.
You gotta get the amateur
Okay, whatever. I'm just saying he covering the fight. I'm covering the fight. Like we gotta have some sort of continuity there. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Only helmets are only head guard available.
All right, brother. You want to see
USA
TBV
amateur boxing approved? That's all we use, bro. Them two cheaters is the only two that use them shits, and they had the. Bruh, they said.
Why is that cheating though?
I'm gonna tell you.
You can go to the body. You can go to the body.
I'm gonna tell you real quick because this is supposed to be Patreon. I mean, this is supposed to be Border Wars talk only, right? But look, this is the thing. Aaron and his man both had the bitch ball, right? Aaron was in charge of having the gym. So the gym we were supposed to fight, they had a good 18, 20 foot ring. All of a sudden, day of the fight gets pulled. We gotta cross LA and go fight in a fucking chicken coop ring, dude. That's a chicken coop ring. Watch the foot. You still ain't watched the footage, bruh. I'm telling you, that shit, dog. That was do or die in there, B. That was
barbed wire ropes or what,
homie? Yo,
is there a way we can get all the Border Wars? Can we get all the?
Do you even know that was Javier Capotillo's gym? That's Margarito's gym.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, shit goes down in there.
Told me.
We was in there throwing down. Freddie Hernandez walked in like, hey, dímelo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, shit crazy. Jose, you still there though? You little Border Wars cheat.
Oh, Ness. I need you to do me one thing. Find the old Border Wars and repost them because you got to scroll like forever.
You just got to hit that big ass button on the left. It's the biggest button on the left.
Is it? I used my phone, so I was scrolling.
Oh, you're on the phone. I got to see how you do it. But yeah, it should be tags on the phone as well. But it's a big button. Let me see on the phone how it looks.
All right. But either or, I saw. But what was really cool, I'll say this for everyone who signs up for Patreon. What was really cool was you got to see all like the press conference. Like these guys made press conferences of like talking to each other, negotiation, sparring footage.
Oh my god,
it was dope. Like they had a full-on press conference. Jose was there.
Wait till Saturday, bro. Jose was forced into this fight he's taking. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be so entertained by this.
I thought he wasn't fighting.
No, he was. He either had to sign the contract or get stripped by January 19th. He had 9 days. Yeah, man, it was about to be a year since he last fought. He can't be running around and calling himself the champion. You ain't even fucking act.
We're gonna lose Ness to like him creating his own sanctioning body. Watch, he loves this shit.
Oh, I do.
He loves it. He loves it.
Ecosystem, I love it. It's like his own boxing world.
I could tell.
In our world, there is no politics, even though they slightly exist. Like I said, I was sandbagged into that fight. I'm telling you, the public perception. I had to go through it just like AJ. It was like, nah, don't fight the fat guy, fight this guy. And it's like, fuck, I don't want to fight that guy. But I had to. It's just like you know what I'm saying? You got so scared you left the show because you didn't want Enrique. You know what I mean?
This motherfucker.
But yeah, man, we out, bro.
You got a super chat right here.
Oh shit, it's not gonna stop. If they keep coming, then we ain't gonna be able to stop. Oh yeah, JD a ducker too. JD from Texas, he be ducking. What's blazing in sports? First time we ever heard from him, but he says 5'11", 190. Let's get this work. Hey, homie, you know where to sign up. Border Wars is on Patreon, and we will be doing our first show on Saturday. It will be absolutely free right here on YouTube at 10 a.m. where we'll discuss it and announce our main event that is the current Ring Magazine with an official Ring Magazine title that was donated by the Ring versus the WBC champion. It's not the Deontay Wilder WBC. It's the international WBC. But it is an authentic WBC that was donated by Mauricio Suleiman himself to TBV back in 2016, and Jose is the winner of that. So they're going to do their first TBV unification. So Mario's absolutely right. I am totally stoked living in my own little world right here. So, you know, to those that be like, you know, fake boxing, yeah, this is my fake boxing world. So what? I'm happy with it. So yeah, come get this work. You know what I'm saying? My man is 190. Sign up. You know, we're gonna get you a fight. We got
saying fake boxing. That's what they're saying.
Nah. I mean, you know, you're gonna.
I didn't see no comments like that.
I mean, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. But Donald in California, 165. He's ready. He's willing. We got fighters out there, bro. Joseph, who just turned to a mastermind. He's in Texas. He's a heavyweight. He's willing. I mean, there's people coming out the woodworks. Border Wars is. I just want JD to stop ducking. He was supposed to fight the Frenchman, Coach Mitty, who beat Doomsday, our co-host. And that fight made natural sense because Frenchman is 10-0. He has 10 official fights. They're not on BoxRec because they're not sanctioned fights. They're called blue collar or white collar fights in the UK. It's like a separate league in the UK. So I mean, it's everything. He even invited us to fight over there, some of the Border Wars attendees. So I mean, if we get Border Wars back going at a good pace, the way that we had it a couple of seasons ago, man, I would love to go over there under the big lights. I mean, you guys got to see his shows. Like, I mean, full blown lights, ring walks, tickets. It's crazy. So yeah, man, I would like to see him face JD. JD is a former fighter who's fought Charles Hatley, sparred the Charlos, retired now, truck driver, but still in shape. We hung out with him in LA. He's been to the TBV Appreciation Nights. Great friend of the show, alumni, Patreon, boomeranger, family member. So yeah, it would be good to see his skill matched up with the undefeated Mitty and see just how good the Euro bum is. Now, he already got an American scalp with Doomy taking it light ass. That's Doomy's excuse. See, I'm never doing that. I'm never finding nobody that I can't go full because then it's like, what? Like, oh, I lost because I was being your friend. No way. I'm not losing. We out.
Peace.
Peace.